podcasting was collapsing. The heroes of Comic Noobs and Blacker Than Black Times Infinity tried to save what they could. Now all that remains, 7 amazing podcasters, 2 amazing comics, 1 epic crossover event, Injustice Gods of Podcasting. Maybe with some epic music playing in the background. I wasn't supposed to say that. On my left, your boy Blue.
B then B, transform and roll out.
All right. On my far right, engineering on the 1s and 2s, choking people out with 3s and 4s, Chronos.
I feel like we should all do the fusion dance right now.
Oh! On my immediate right, the oldest ninja in the world.
I will see you at the gates of Valhalla, shining in chrome.
Oh! Mad Max. All right, and coming to us remotely all the way from the dirty, dirty South, Stitch.
Witness me!
Oh, we got Mad Max going in there. And for the first time ever, we have Sobe.
Sliding it right in here, guys.
Oh! Sliding them DMs. And of course, we have Kevin from Comic Noobs.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. And hate leads to being a bitch on the internet.
Oh! Love it! Damn! The fire!
Oh, great.
So much truth there.
Holy shit. So, as everyone should be familiar with by now, we fuck with Comic News heavy. We're always mentioning them. They are fam, and we have them back again. Thank you so much for joining us, y'all.
Guys, thank you so much for having us on. Sorry we've been delaying on you for the last, 6 months.
Yeah, what were you doing? Having a baby or something, man? What the hell?
Yeah, something like that.
Congratulations to you, though, Kevin.
Not about that couch life.
Oh! Damn.
He slid into his wife's DMs.
Oh!
And out popped the baby.
All right. And this is Sobe. This is your first time on.
Hell yeah, it is. I'm
All right.
excited, guys.
All right. I love it.
Excited to be here. Excited to be here.
Good shit. We're going to fuck with Injustice first, aren't we, gentlemen?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, guys.
All right.
Get into it.
Who's going to set us up? Blue?
Oh yeah, I'll start us off. So previous podcast we talked about. Well, are we gonna go into year 1, or should we just start with year 2?
We already talked about year 1.
Yeah,
let's see any highlights that Comic News wants to talk about.
Yeah, you guys want to
one.
jump in on year 1? Because there was a few things I forgot to mention about year 1.
Yeah, just to set it up, because I know we got some listeners that might be coming at this without having heard your last episode.
Yep.
So, Injustice, Gods Among Us, it's a DC kind of Elseworld type of thing, where Superman's wife, Lois Lane, who's pregnant, gets killed by the Joker, or really he tricks
Superman.
Yeah, he tricks
Yeah.
Superman into killing them himself, which is dirty.
Thinks that Lois Lane's a nuclear warhead.
And then he actually nukes Metropolis. So
Yep.
Metropolis is gone, and Superman goes off the deep end, tries to become pretty much the dictator of Earth, saying no more crime allowed anywhere. And Batman is like, wait a minute, we got to have some freedom, and pretty much sets up a resistance to him. And it's badass.
Yeah, it is.
Hell yeah, it is.
And it's crazy because it's Justice League versus Justice League, and there are characters that are dying, and they are not coming back. Like, for one example, Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, he had a real bad fucking day.
Yeah, really bad fucking
And
day.
he almost killed one woman, though.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was kind of cool.
He almost took her out. And I gotta say, I don't read a lot of DC. You'll know my podcast is it's Marvel, and this is pretty much the first comics I've read with a lot of these characters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
I think I'm getting a really bad first impression of Wonder Woman.
That was my immediate reaction. Was Jesus, Wonder Woman? Who?
You should
what?
watch. You should watch Flashpoint Paradox, because you see Wonder Woman really being a bitch,
Yeah.
and
Oh, really?
it really goes fucking down in that movie.
Oh man, that's an anime, right?
Yeah, it's a DC animated universe, or I guess cinematic animated.
Yeah, and a great comic, too.
Yeah, and a great comic too. Yes.
But year 1, what was your guys' impressions? I mean, you liked it, obviously, but any oh shit, that's so fucking dank fam moments?
The first one for me was that basically issue 2 or chapter 1, I guess. Oh, chapter 2. You just see the stakes, or anybody could die. Like I was not expecting Joker to get
his heart ripped out
from. Yeah, exactly.
Spoilers, by the way.
Oh yeah, all over the place.
But I any comic series, usually that doesn't happen for a while. And here, chapter 2, and especially in chapter 1, you got Lois Lane dying.
Yeah.
People are dying.
Well, a whole city dies when the nuclear bomb goes off.
Yeah,
everybody who
Metropolis
Superman
is
loves
gone.
is dead.
Yeah. The one thing that got me was there was the whole war between Superman and Atlantis and Aquaman, and that was badass. But then at the end of it, Aquaman's like, all right, you win, I give up. And he says to Wonder Woman, he's like, hey, he's setting himself up as the king. I have experience as a king. It gets hard. So when he needs help, tell him that he can come to me for advice or anything. And Wonder Woman's like, all right, whatever, peace. And never mentions it again.
So one thing you kind of forgot about with Aquaman versus Superman is that Aquaman had his whole fucking army attack all different kinds of cities on Earth or on land. But what Superman did is him and his crew went down to Atlantis, pulled that shit out of the ocean, took it to the most driest desert on Earth, and set him down. Was like, okay, bitch, now what's up?
Yep.
And that's when Aquaman backed down. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll fall to your ways.
On a side note, I feel like Namor still wouldn't have bitched out.
No.
Namor would have just fucked him up.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kill your whole planet then. How about that?
Yep. Namor and Aquaman are not the same.
He would have sicked Superman on somebody else, like Namor did in that new Avengers.
Yes. But we digress.
Are you personally leaning more towards Batman's philosophy or Superman's?
I am 100% Batman side.
Yeah.
I have zero sympathy for Superman in this.
Same here.
Are you still the only one, Stitch?
Well, I think it was Monet. Was
He's not even here to help you back you up.
That's all right.
It's all right. I mean, I admit that he's got some flawed logic and thinking, and it's getting fucking crazy reckless. But I still kind of leaning slightly towards Superman.
Here's my thing with this: is even if Superman wasn't getting reckless and he didn't have to kill all those people to set up what he's doing, I'd still be on Batman's side, because Superman is basically taking away, people have to have the freedom to fuck up.
Yep.
And Superman's down, right from street level, putting foot soldiers in the street with a curfew. Any crime is capital punishment. This is straight up fascism, and I am not down for it.
And he kind of thinks he's God.
Yeah.
Well, he is God.
Which makes sense in it when it comes down to, as we get later on.
But I mean, his whole core of what he's doing comes down to him losing his beginning of his family and his whole city, and he doesn't want this to happen to any other city. So he feels like it's time that they don't hold back and that they need to make an actual change. And because he points out a lot of things that a lot of people have been saying since the 80s about Batman. Like, he captures his villains, puts them away, but they always get out and cause more harm and more death. And he talks about, in year one, when Superman points out to Batman, if you had done away with him, this never would have happened.
The Joker.
Yeah, the Joker, I'm sorry. And if you had done away with the Joker as many times as you could have, then many more people would have been alive, including Lois and my unborn child.
I love that weak-ass argument, though. Like, how many people has he killed, not on purpose, through his fights, and through way more dangerous criminals like Doomsday and fucking, Brainiac and all these extinction level events that happen on Earth. And he's just like, oh, fuck it, I'll let them go. But,
Yeah, I think Batman throws that in his face, and Superman's like, yeah, I'm accountable too, but now no more.
Well, what's
now
funny
we're
is,
going to fix this.
I like how Superman was like, you loved him, huh? huh? You loved the Joker. Like
No.
he was your reason for being who you are, and Batman was like, no, we just fucking fought. Like that was it. Like there's nothing special between the two. But I kind of have to agree with Superman there that the Batman Joker relationship is pretty fucking solid. Like you can't have one without the other, basically.
Well, same thing with him and Lex, though.
True,
That was very
Yeah,
similar.
but in this world, him and Lex are like buddy.
They're
Even though,
tight, yeah.
he doesn't
There's
know.
like no animosity.
Yeah, he doesn't know that Lex is working behind his back, but Lex is his
Spoiler.
like liaison to the media, pretty
Humanity,
much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to address Old Ninja's point, I don't disagree with Superman's. I guess I don't disagree with his motives. I mean, his motives are protect people, which I've got no problem with that. Keep people from dying. Hey, that's great. And even his Batman thing, yeah, I can even see where he's coming from, and I can kind of agree with him there. Yeah, maybe he should have put the Joker down. But to me, that is no excuse or anything for a fascist dictatorship. I agree with his intentions. He's coming from a good place, but he's ending in what to me is a terrible, terrible place. So
and I think that though, like Batman and Superman were on the same level until this Lois Lane dying happened.
Yeah.
They both believed in the goodwill of humans, even if they're bad. To basically why Arkham's there to correct them, if they will. But somehow they seem, obviously keep escaping, keep causing chaos.
Yeah.
But Lois Lane dying acts that thought process for Superman now.
also maybe, and like I said, I don't read a lot of DC comics, so I can't address like the main continuity. But maybe build another prison besides Arkham that's a little bit harder to escape from.
Well, and Superman kind of does do that.
Yeah.
He builds an underwater prison for all the inmates.
That's right.
Yeah.
But somehow they all escape if you read the Year 4 annual.
I missed the annual.
But
I didn't get the annual for year 4. The year 1 annual is sick with Lobo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was
great.
cool. Yeah, because Harley Quinn steals the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
in every year you can tell that she's just batshit crazy.
Yes.
Because like she doesn't grasp. It's like weird. She'll have moments of clarity and like help where she gets into her psychiatrist mode, and then she like does some stupid shit, and you're like, what the fuck?
That's Harley.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck's wrong with
I
this?
think my favorite Harley Quinn though is in year 4 when she starts like actually like speaking coherently about like really like intense topics. Like, oh yeah, you guys think I'm stupid, but I know this stuff.
She's highly intelligent.
No, what got me though was that annual where she like does a session with Lobo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get 'em
pretty
tied up.
much.
One of my favorite scenes with her is it's in Year 4 when she's in hell with Wonder Woman's mom,
We're
and they
going too far, though,
somehow
bro.
get out of hell.
Yeah.
That was fucking great. And like, there's this giant fucking demon, and Harley Quinn goes toe to toe with this goddamn demon, and
It
she
is
fucking does
so
damage.
awesome.
It was great.
But to take it back to kind of like year 1, year 2 stuff, one of the things that I love the most about Batman in this is that he makes that clear distinction of we don't kill these villains or kill these people that are these threats. That's not us. That's what separates us from the villains. We are heroes. And Superman, as he's doing all of this dictatorship stuff, he completely loses sight of that, and even his parents look at him like, what the fuck, dude? This is not what heroes do.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I think what definitely drove a huge wedge is when Superman breaks Batman's back.
Yeah.
That to me was like,
No.
he's crossed the
I think
line.
before that, though, it's what happened when Superman found Batman with his parents, and he got like the wrong
Impression.
the wrong
Yeah.
impression.
Yeah,
It's
but-
like,
And he killed Oliver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He killed the Green Arrow.
He did.
And it wasn't. He's like what the Green Arrow did. Like he shot an arrow to try to he tried to do something, and it bounced off of Superman and it hit Jonathan Kent and injured him. And that's when Batman went fucking berserk and fucking started
Superman.
pounding.
Superman.
Started going berserk and started beating the shit out of the Green Arrow, killing him on the spot. And then, but later on, like when they're at the gravesite of Oliver, and Batman hears that Black Canary is pregnant, and she's like, how does that
Superman.
feel? Oh yeah, Superman hears Black Canary's hears the baby's heartbeat, and she's
Yeah.
like, and he's like, you're pregnant? He's all, yeah. How does that feel? to know that this child it's going to be without a dad.
No one's talked about yet the incident at Arkham Asylum where Damien changes allegiances and he goes off and he attacks his mentor and ends up killing Dick Grayson.
Yeah, accidentally.
Well, accidentally on purpose.
Kills Nightwing.
Well, he didn't want to kill him. He just wanted to like throw someone in his face.
wanted to knock him out.
Well, he was expecting that he was going to catch it like he did in the other couple times.
Yeah, so
Hit his head on a rock or something.
he hits
broke his
him.
neck on a rock or something.
Yeah, he hits his neck wrong and it breaks his neck and he dies.
Which is a really weak way for Nightwing to go out. I have to say that. I was really disappointed in that because I was looking forward to reading about Nightwing.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you a quick question, Kevin and Sobe. What did you guys think of Sinestro and his dealings with Superman and Lex and that whole stuff up in the tower with him with the Yellow Lantern Corps?
Do you want to go first?
I guess I would be brief on this. I just felt like Sinestro obviously was I don't know any of his character background, but the whole time I was just like, he's playing his own game. Like he's just using Superman to further his own cause.
And this was what I thought. Like, okay, Superman knows Sinestro. He knows that this guy is pretty much pure evil. How do you let yourself be that easily manipulated?
Yeah.
Like, is he that blind on his mission that he's gonna let Sinestro manipulate him that easily? Even when the Flash and a whole bunch of other people,
Shazam.
even Damien, even Damien are like, don't fucking trust Sinestro.
Yeah.
Hal Jordan's even like.
Well, I mean, there are some times where Sinestro oversteps his reach and Superman slaps him back. In some cases, literally.
And it's hilarious.
Yeah. But he does bring up some points, and he has Superman's ear because Sinestro backs up what he says. He says, "Oh, you should listen to this because this is what's going to happen." And he says, he gives up his ring. He says he lets him put him in jail, and he says the Green Lantern Corps is coming for you, and in order for you to gain my trust, I will give you basically my power, and you can hold on to this until they come. And when they come, you're going to need me. And it turned out to be true, and he did need the help. What I didn't realize is that the Green Lantern Corps versus the Justice League was the battle I didn't know I wanted.
Oh!
I did not know I was wanting that because the Green Lantern Corps came out and it was this epic battle in the sky, in the ground, and then you see the Yellow Lantern Corps come in and it was just like, it was great. I was like, dude, I didn't know I wanted this. This is so amazing.
I like how that planet came though and just fucking wrecked shop.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, you're all dead.
Yeah.
Was it Mogo?
No,
Mogo.
Mogo, the living planet.
And it was crazy because it took like almost nearly more than half the core to bring the planet to Earth.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy. And they're like, yeah, we're coming with a game changer. And they're like, what are you doing? You see this big ass planet. And I was like, holy shit. And just epic war. And it really hit Hal Jordan really hard.
Yep.
And it showed his allegiance when that went down. So, I mean, he tried to be a mediator, but then he ultimately chose his side at the end.
Well, and the thing was, a little bit of that was manipulation by Sinestro because there were a few times where Sinestro would kill people and then blame it on somebody else to keep the sides split hard. Like when he killed Jonathan Stewart.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he was like, no, it was Guy Gardner. And then that pretty much right there was the point where Hal Jordan went full on the other side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even before he got a yellow ring.
Sinestro was really playing chess, and everybody, with the exception of Joker and maybe Harley, was just playing checkers from a villain standpoint.
Yeah. Actually, there wasn't. I mean, there's like one scene with the villains where they're like, the heroes are beating each other up, and they're like, we'll just sit this one
But
out.
I mean, Lex is a villain too.
Well, not in this, though.
I know.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, but I'm
But
talking about well-known villains.
Yeah,
They're
but Sinestro is playing. He's literally playing people
Sinestro is
off on
playing
each
chess.
other.
But so far, though, he has had Superman's back. His methods are questionable, but his allegiance is still with Superman.
My favorite part is when Wonder Woman wakes up from her deep sleep.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she sees that Celectro's there. Celestro is there, and she just fucking full power punches the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
She wasn't happy with that.
No, she's like, what the fuck are you doing in my house?
Yeah, Wonder Woman doesn't give no fucks. pretty much. She's like, if you, and it was weird because like people question like, are you, like I think it was Ares who questions like, are you trying to take Lois's place? And she's like, I'm just trying to be behind the guy with the plan. And they're like, yeah, I know you trying to.
She really wanted to get with that though.
Yeah, she wanted that super dick.
Look, I've seen the video. She can throw that ass in a circle.
So does that mean that Superman can Superman that hoe?
Oh man.
I mean, if you see the first part of the very first issue, I'm like, dude, how did Lois Lane survive super fucking? Like, I don't get it. She should have been dead. How did she even get that kid? Wonder Woman can take it.
He probably had like a kryptonite condom or some shit.
Wouldn't he have?
We gotta get Neil deGrasse Tyson.
How
How did she survive the super dick?
Got that poison dick.
Well, how did she get pregnant? Because like if he was above slow, then she would have fucking blew up.
or it just would have shot through her body. I mean, at least in the movie Superman 2, he actually like took away his power so he could go inside without killing her. So
that was like on Hancock. Remember when he's like, "When I say mountaintop, you got to get off." Fucking moves her and busts her at the ceiling.
Yeah, and then, so I think the only one that could take Super Nut is Wonder Woman. So yeah, she's the only one that.
There
could
are
take
some
it.
Green Lantern alien girls that might be able to take it. Maybe.
Possibly, or another Kryptonian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a bunch of left, even though he's supposed to be
What
the
was
last one.
Apocalypse's kids?
Grail is one. Sorry.
Okay. To digress a little bit.
I don't know. I'm really enjoying this.
So one thing we haven't really talked about is Shazam and his impact in all this, because I mean technically he's a kid, but he's kind of
He hasn't had much of an impact, man.
I agree.
All he is Superman's big gun when Superman can't handle shit on his own.
Yeah, I guess I'm pretty much waiting for year 4 to really talk about him because he plays kind of an important role.
Yeah, he had a lot more in that. But so we've talked about year 1. We've talked about the Green Lantern Corps in year 2. What about year 3, man? Magic DC is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that went down because I didn't expect Constantine to play a huge role like he did.
Yeah,
like he that dude was playing chess.
Yeah,
he literally, and he brought his own board.
But he always does that though. He's always been looking out for himself, and like now that he has a kid in the role too, like he really was looking to protect her.
So on that point, when we start Constantine's story, he says that to the audience, to us.
Yeah.
He looks out for him and his family, and everyone else are just pieces that he moves around. Yep. So
I felt like Black Canary like really touched me with her story and that whole.
Yes.
I mean, let me get your take on that. I mean, Sobi, get in here. What do you think? He's like, I'm here. What did you think of her? What did you think of her story? I mean, were you familiar with that character at all?
Not really, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of picked up the pieces from just from this run of Injustice, and I really enjoyed how it ended. I mean, she gets to have her, her, what do you want to call it?
White a happy ending.
Yeah, a happy ending. Her white picket fence, basically.
well, sort of.
And that's, good for her.
I just like the dynamic that grew between Harley and Black Canary. Yeah. Because they're like literally trying to beat each other up. And then we learn like this huge secret about Harley Quinn. Like we talked about.
In the funniest way, too.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to fight, but then, she has we find out Harley Quinn has a daughter.
You're preggers.
Yeah. She's like, wait, Canary's like, wait, we got to stop. I got to puke. She's like, wait a minute, you're pregnant, aren't you? She's like, oh, damn it. And it was pretty funny. She's like, what, are we going to take you to the hospital or are we going to fight? What are we going to do? And like when she gives birth, like Harley Quinn's like one of the first ones there with gifts and shit. Yeah. And she was like, what the fuck? It was just crazy.
Yeah.
She's
Harley
like
Quinn just has a way of attaching herself to people that is
really endearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like the godmother of that kid.
Yeah,
basically.
So, it's pretty interesting.
Real quick, can I just say when Dinah Black Canary first rolls into the Arrow Cave and Harley Quinn's like, "Welcome to the Quiver,"
and Black Canary's like, that is such a way better name.
Yeah,
Everybody fucking agrees.
everyone does that, and the mustache.
Yes.
And when the annual when Lobo's like, no one shouldn't have to explain a mustache, and like Harley's like, yes.
It's really funny. There's a part where back back in year 1 where Green Arrow takes Harley to Arkham, and the Green Arrow asks this guy to like watch her while he goes and like help out downstairs. The whole shit was going down, and Harley like turns to the guy, and the guy's name, I think his name was Henry. He's like, Henry, how many times have I broken your nose? He thought, well, you've broken at least like 4 or 5 times this one nose. She's like, okay, well, I'm sorry what I'm about to do. And next thing you see him on the ground, his nose is broken, and she has like her little mustache on again. Yeah. And that's when she like releases all the fucking criminals in the prison. That's when shit really goes fucking down.
And real quick, she was tied up when she asked him that.
Well, you didn't know that, so the mustache is actually a lockpick.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, what I love about this entire series is it has the humor in it, especially with Harley and whatnot. Then it has the epic fights, and then you learn these tidbits about characters that you thought you knew, and then it just goes a whole level deeper with their development.
Yeah,
and it's still crazy to me that I still don't see it being stocked at comic book shops.
Really?
Yeah. I had to like ask him to like order it for me.
Wow. I mean, to me, this is DC's Civil War. I think Cronus brought this up a couple weeks ago, and I just finished Marvel's Civil War, and it's very, very similar. I think this one's a bit more
in depth.
Yeah, this one's a bit more in depth because each year there's always an epic battle or epic two sides. Like each year, because each year the Resistance is against against Justice League pretty much, and there's this huge allegiance that they managed to get. You get the Green Lantern Corps, you get Magic with Constantine and all the characters there, and then we get the Greek gods that show up in year 4, like all kinds of craziness, and it's just like what's
so crazy about this whole entire comic book is that it's a prequel to a video game.
Yep.
Like it's the Injustice video game, and it's just a prequel to that. And then like I guess year 6 will be whatever happens in the game because it's only up to year 5, and that's it. That's
and the first one starts 5 years before the game. Is what they say. So real quick, you guys make an excellent point that it's a lot like Civil War because to me, ideologically, for both sides, it's the same fight.
Yep.
There's protection through taking away some freedom versus freedom at the risk of, more chaos.
Yeah.
And to me, it's the same fight. And in that one, I'm on the same side. In the comics, I'm Team Cap forever, so.
Actually, then maybe we could do a quick segue into Secret Wars, unless anybody has any other thoughts about Injustice that they want to chime in on.
I got one question, and maybe it's just my lack of knowledge about Superman and DC. The guy with no vowels in his name that shows up at the end of year 3 that was possessing the Spectre, the fuck is his deal?
Yeah.
He looks like the damn Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland.
Wait, you're not talking about Dead Man, right? No,
he's not talking about Dead Man.
No.
He's talking about
Mitchell Plick.
Yeah.
Mitchell Plick is awesome. So I don't know if you've ever watched like the Super Friends. Mitchell Plick was always an enemy of Superman, and the way to get him to go back to his realm is he has to say his name backwards.
Yeah,
and it was always a trick, and it was always a riddle that Superman had to solve. It was great. Like I love Mitchell Plick.
Well, in this, he was fucking nuts.
Yeah. Well, he's always nuts. That's the thing.
And then the epic fight between him and Raven's father.
Oh, Trigon.
Trigon, yeah. That almost fucking broke reality.
Cool as fuck.
Yeah, that shit was cool.
That was dope.
Another cool thing is that you guys probably haven't read the annuals, but
I read 2 of them or 3 of them.
Yeah, you definitely have to read the annuals. I'm not going to talk about the annuals until everybody reads them because holy shit, they just fill in so much more of the backstories with everything.
Yeah, because there's the one with the Canary, Arrow, and Hal Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
That one,
when they go to the bar.
Yeah, they go to the bar. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That year 3 annual is fucking awesome.
Wait, which one? That's not the one with Sinestro and Hal Jordan going to get that ultimate weapon one.
No, it's Barbara Gordon and
oh, okay, yeah, that was
Raven and
yeah, the one with Sinestro and Hal Jordan. I thought that one was stupid.
Well, the year 3, maybe it's year 4. I can't remember. There's so many different ones, but there was one of the years they talk about why don't you see the Teen Titans?
Oh, okay, that's probably year 4.
You learn learn why, and it's fucking bad. It's really fucking
shit, I gotta
bad.
read that one. I missed
Yeah, I haven't. That's probably the one I haven't read.
Well, got
read.
on the drive. Just got to read them.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
got to read them. That's probably the one I missed because I've been trying to plow through actually all the years, which I've pretty much done. But
They're an easy read too. They're
They
all
are.
2-page
Oh,
spreads,
yeah.
so
Yeah,
it goes so fast reading through those.
Oh,
it
yeah.
does, but it's just really well written, I think.
And you can't put them down.
yeah,
I
I
was
think.
telling Kevin to talk about the writing a little bit. I feel like this would be like the ultimate like TV show for like
Yes.
a
Yeah.
network. I mean, because you split the because basically it's like a 2-parter every single time, just about, and just that's one episode, and that's bam, like it leave you on the edge of your seat every single episode. I feel like this would be the perfect TV show.
Yeah, this could be. There's one issue of, I think it's year 2, where they talk about Superman in his public image, and they bring about how they miss the old Superman, and how they talk about, it's like a kid.
Yeah,
It was a
little kid
kid
on the bike.
It was a kid
Yeah.
who grew up, and he's a teenager, and he talks about how Superman has changed since he was a little kid. And
there's a bit of a backstory to that too, because when the kid hurt himself, like he actually like admired Superman. He actually took on his experiment suit to try to fight against Superman, but Superman fucking like broke his back.
Oh, is that the same kid?
Yes, it was the same
Oh,
kid.
okay. But yeah, that's all bad. But my thing was, I think in the passage they talk about how Superman's like overall golden boy image has changed, and he said he didn't like that because how people wanted him to be darker and change his basically his motives or his persona or his MO, whatever. And he's like, that's not the Superman that we know and love. The Superman we love fought for truth, justice, and the American way. Why do we need him to change? And I think that was actually a jab at his criticism from the 80s on how people thought that Superman stories were going stale and he was going dry. And I think the passage that there was kind of that capturing that attitude that people used to have, and how this
Some people
comic
still do.
yeah, and how this comic has actually made this realization on how he's changed and gone dark, and how people thought Superman would be if he was a villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we move on to the next subject, I just wanted to bring up the only time I really felt bad for Superman is when he had the dream world where Lois doesn't die.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Batman actually kills the Joker. Like that whole scene right there was really cool because you got to see his daughter. Like
We
actually
see
had a
Lara.
daughter.
We
Yeah.
see Lara Lane Kent or Lara L, and she's in 2 different mediums.
But it's kind of sad because like when he wakes up from it, it's like he fucking lost everything all over again.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I can understand him wanting to fucking kill somebody at that point. Cause
Yeah.
goddamn, dude.
The other cool thing about that too is you saw the flip side of it though. If Batman had killed him, look at the life Batman would have had to live, where he's basically just in jail and living this, life that he doesn't want to live, but he's stuck with just killing the Joker.
That scene while they were still in the dream issues, that scene where Superman like goes in to thank Batman while Batman's in prison,
And he breaks
and then
down the
just
wall.
walks through the wall
Yeah.
to give him a hug. I was
me
like, oh, that hurts so bad after all this that I've been reading.
yeah.
I got a little bit teary-eyed.
I think it's funny though, because after he wakes up, he doesn't realize that basically he didn't serve any justice. Like he got to kill him with no repercussions, but if Batman did it, he would have had to have.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
But hey, if I was Batman, if I'd have put him to sleep like that, I'd have encased him in fucking kryptonite and just tossed him into fucking space.
Yep.
Or not even in space. I'd have found some other dimension or some shit. I'd have put him in that fucking
Phantom Zone.
Yeah, no, not even the Phantom Zone. The one with Dr. Fate.
Yeah.
Dr. Fate, just leave him there because
Outside of space and time.
yeah, because he can't fuck with magic, so just leave him there. Fucking in a kryptonite coffin. Fuck him.
Well, I mean, he can't.
we would die.
Well, magic hurts him, but he can still have his powers.
But he can't break out.
Yeah.
There's no way
yeah.
out.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Secret Wars,
Ah.
motherfuckers. All right,
Fucking Secret Wars.
So, did you guys both read the New Avengers, the one from Hickman?
I did. You didn't read all of New Avengers. Yeah.
No, not yet.
Oh man, it's so everybody that hasn't. I've said this all the time on the fucking podcast, but if you read Secret Wars, you really need to read New Avengers because it really gives you all the backstory on what happens. Because if you just start reading Secret Wars and it's like, oh, the universe has ended, you're like, well how did it end?
Yep.
So it's actually pretty important.
If you don't want to read all of New Avengers and you do want to know how all that got set up, listen to Comic Noobs.
There you go.
There you go. Shameless plug.
That plug.
Love it.
But yeah, that New Avengers, and also some of the threads at the end there with the Fantastic Four, especially in the very last issue, you really should read Hickman's run on the Fantastic Four as well.
Yeah.
It is really, really spectacular, and a lot of the end of Secret Wars ties up a lot of those threads that he opened up in his Fantastic Four run as well, and just superb writing, as Jonathan Hickman always does. We all love Jonathan Hickman.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that sucked was that obviously he went I think one issue over, and then it took him a long time to finish, and that backed up the whole entire Marvel universe because we got to see what happened after Secret Wars ended before it ended, so it's kind of weird. So you knew who survived, and have you guys read the Invincible Iron Man?
Hell yeah.
So I guess Doom is a good guy now, sort of.
Well, he didn't do anything bad.
Yeah.
He's not yet a bad guy.
He was capable of doing bad, and he didn't.
I think he saw what he did during Secret Wars, and he saw that maybe it was bad, and so maybe now he's doing on a new streak. So I don't know. We'll see.
Plus, he's pretty now.
Yeah. No more fucked up face. But let me dive into Secret Wars just a little bit. First and foremost, this actually made me care about the Fantastic Four as a unit versus Doom. And
the whole family.
The whole family. Way more than I ever have throughout all the shitty box office movies or whatever, and even throughout like the comics that I used to read back when I was a kid with Fantastic Four. At its core, even though this involves damn near everybody in the Marvel universe, this is a Fantastic Four story blown out, kinda. No? What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. And the moments that got me in the feels the most were all the things where Reed shows up and his family doesn't know him, or when Susan is with Doom and Franklin asks him about his Uncle Ben and his Uncle Johnny, and all those things. I'm like, oh man, I love. This hurts. It hurts to see.
What Doom did to them was pretty fucked up. I mean, he made the Thing basically a fucking wall.
Yep.
And then he made Johnny the goddamn son, like just sitting there as a son the whole time. I was like, damn, that's pretty messed up. And then he took Reed's wife and erased memories of Reed, and then
and kids.
Yeah, and his kids. Yeah, I was like, damn, that's some real villain shit right there.
And claimed them as his own.
Yeah.
And he was busted big time nuts up in her. I'm just gonna say that. Big nuts. God nuts.
I wonder if he took the mask off and then just busted nuts, scared her and shit, and orgasm. Oh,
the same thing with Super Dick.
Yes. Yeah. This episode might be called Super Dick.
Got that dropping those SuperLoads.
I like SuperLoads.
Yeah,
I get those out of fucking YouTube and shit. Yeah. I gotta write it down though because I'll forget.
SuperLoads by Doom. But yeah. So the other thing that this series gave me, I actually just now, and Stitch, you get in here too. I just now appreciate Miles Morales, and I never did before.
The fucking sandwich.
He's hilarious.
Hamburger. Yeah.
Well, I'm not caught up on Secret Wars, but I mean I'd read his comic line when he got introduced and everything, and I was really interested in the character. I was like, well, let me see where they're going with this. Is it just like a minority version of Spider-Man or whatever, just to appeal to like a certain genre demographic of people? And like I love him. I love his story. I love how his powers are. He's got his like Venom touch, or I forget what it's called, how they worded it.
Spider Sting, I think.
Yeah, Spider Sting, something like that. But even I don't know if I'll call it a spoiler or not, but the way that Venom ended up like killing his like mom and stuff, that just like blew me away. I was just like, man, this is definitely different than the whole Peter Parker storyline. There was a little bit of similarities with some stuff that was going on, but it was definitely his own story, and I fell in love with that character. He's absolutely one of my favorites.
Oh, so Stitch, did you notice that there's a new Miles Morales comic? It's just Superman #1.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man #1.
Yeah, I haven't got a chance to read that, but I did see that. Yeah.
I picked it up. I haven't read it yet, but it's pretty cool because now he's in our the main universe. So was it 616 or whatever? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's pretty. He's gonna be permanent here, and so is Peter Parker. So
can I just say I absolutely love the reason that he's in the main universe.
Yes.
The Owen Reese thought he owed him a favor after he gave him that 3-year-old or 8-year-old sandwich.
Yeah.
Which begs the question: what any of the heroes could have just walked in with some food for Owen Reese and done him solid. Like
That dude
what's
is
that guy doing down there?
I thought it was cool they did it with him too. A Molecule Man. Basically, he's the reason why the universe has ended, and now he's the reason why that it's recreating. So, and the reason why I was so hungry is because it was basically pretty much like an infinite number of him, right, in one body, and they're all hungry. So,
And I love the way they wrap that up too, is because there's the infinite number of Molecule Men, and that's what powers this one universe. But then at the end, when Reed is like recreating the multiverse, he's taking like split off pieces, like all the infinite Molecule Men, and using them to power each new section of the multiverse.
yeah.
Well,
I hope they.
Franklin's creating the universe.
Right, and Molecule Man's powering them.
Yes.
I hope
And
they
it's-
fixed the bomb problem though, because he's a living bomb.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they killed all the Beyonders, so nobody's around to set him off.
okay, yeah, that's true.
Or I hope they killed all the Beyonders. Goddamn Beyonders.
How'd you like the carryover of the epic, to me, better Civil War with T'Challa versus Namor still having repercussions in Secret Wars, where these two hate each other but have to work together?
Man, that whole thing in New Avengers between T'Challa and Namor in Infinity and New Avengers was like the greatest thing ever. It's two kings that hate each other on a personal level, and as a result, their nations are basically perpetually at war. And just the way they play that whole thing out, especially during Infinity when Thanos attacks, Namor is ice cold, man.
Yep.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. I was like, damn. And the fact that, did you guys read
Squadron
Supreme? Yeah.
I have not been reading Squadron
You
Supreme.
got to pick up that. Namor's Up and Comes.
Yes,
So, yeah.
And
I
they,
heard that, yeah.
and they let him know. They let him know this is why. This
Yeah,
is why you're getting this beatdown. You know who I loved that I wasn't familiar with at all, and I need to read more of, I guess, her backstory. Black Swan impressed the fuck out of me. I love that character. I mean, she was just compelling the entire series.
But she didn't play that much in. She had a little bit of play in Secret Wars, but I think it was more so in New Avengers.
In
You know
New
what, you're right.
Avengers,
You're
yeah.
right.
It's not the same person that Natalie Portman played, right?
No.
Sylvie always
She
said
dances in the corner and shit.
Spinning around,
Is this the Black
singing
Swan
herself.
extended universe?
Natalie Portman's Thor now, you guys.
Where's Mila Kunis?
Actually, yeah, it would be her. No. I mean, like in the actual Thor, the female Thor would be.
Yeah, because
her
it's Jane
character.
Foster is Thor now.
Yeah,
Ah.
and
Because she's worthy to wield his hammer.
Oh yeah.
and she's dying. That's the messed up part, is that she's dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which hammer are we talking about?
Which what?
Mjolnir.
Which Thor's hammer? Like,
Not his skin flute.
not his dick.
The main
Not his skin flute.
The main hammer.
More SuperLoads.
That's gonna be the name of this. Right?
Asgardian load, actually.
Deepest God.
Space goo.
What do you think? What do you think of
With that rainbow.
Thanos versus Doom, which was a very quick fight?
That was fucking.
I was like,
bullshit.
holy shit!
Yeah, I was like,
that
dude.
was
That was pretty anticlimactic.
Yeah.
And so was the
Still,
the Phoenix
it was kinda
Cyclops.
badass.
Yeah,
well, okay, so the thing with Cyclops, I thought that worked a lot better because I guess it was the first time we saw it. And Cyclops had the Phoenix Force,
yeah.
which is pretty much godlike power on its own.
Yeah.
So the fact that Doom could grab him by the throat and break his neck with a movement was intense. Then when he did it 4 issues later to Thanos, it's like, all right, we've seen that before.
They didn't break his.
He like pretty much evaporated him, or like. Yeah. Oh.
No, he broke Phoenix's neck, and then he ripped Thanos' spine out.
Yeah. That shit wouldn't happen though. God damn it.
Someone had a bad day.
Felt like Mortal Kombat.
It did. It did.
You know what? I was a little bit disappointed in the 9th issue on only one count. Is that in the 8th issue, Star-Lord was able to turn Yggdrasil the World Tree into Groot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coolest fucking thing ever. And then they just didn't do anything with that.
That's true. Actually, I forgot about that.
Sad about that.
Well, they left a lot of shit out.
Yeah.
Like, I really wanted to see more about the Hulk war, like when the war started and all the Hulks came off the fucking helicarrier.
That's true.
Like, I wanted to see more like battles, but I mean, they had to wrap it up. So I mean,
Yeah.
I get it.
Man, they had to wrap it up, and it was already 5 months late.
Yeah. So one thing we haven't talked about yet, that's a huge part of Secret Wars is all the spin-offs. So I know I'll let you guys say it. But what was your favorite spin-off for Secret Wars?
I mean, mine was MODOK Assassin.
I gotta read that one still.
It's just like the funnest read ever.
It is a lot of fun.
MODOK falls in love.
Yeah,
We don't know
with a Thor.
We don't know how because he doesn't have like a.
He's designed only for killing.
Yeah, he doesn't have reproductive systems. I don't think so.
You don't have that SuperLoad?
No
Discuss it in
reservoirs.
depth on the show.
Yeah, there probably wouldn't be villains if people just bust them nuts.
That's what I'm saying, man. Busting nuts make you a happy person.
So that one was good. Didn't you love A-Force too?
Yeah, A-Force.
Yeah,
A-Force was great. A-Force was really great, and that's one I'm really pumped because they're continuing the Secret Wars run of A-Force into the new Marvel universe because there's that Singularity Girl / cosmic entity that actually remembers what happened on Secret Wars.
And I'm actually reading that one. But I bought A-Force the trade from Secret Wars on your recommendation. I just haven't read it yet. But I read the new one, the number one of that. So it's pretty good so far.
Yeah, it's real solid. I'd have to say my favorite. Damn, this is really hard for me. I want to go with Inferno.
Yeah.
Just because that was one of the first things that I went and read all the way through, or at least what I thought was all the way through when I was 12 years old and buying back issues. It's just such a 90s crossover, and I love 90s-ness in comics.
X-Men 92 was really good.
And X-Men 92 was really good.
Good shit.
Old Man Logan was incredible too.
Yeah, I read that one. That one was good. He's like the only person that actually kind of remembered.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then when he gets spit out, he has the new one. He remember. Oh my God! Have you guys read the latest Old Man Logan?
I haven't. Is it good?
Oh my God!
Got it, but I haven't.
Yeah.
So, get on that.
So basically, I'm sorry to segue real quick. I'll come back though. But so he gets spit out of the Secret Wars universe and back into the normal universe. But it's not his universe. He's in the past for him, right?
Shit.
So this is before the Hulk went crazy and basically fucked everybody over. So now he's like, all right, I know what I gotta do to stop the future.
Oh, shit.
So he's like, he has a list on his arm and he's just crossing names off the fucking list.
Wow.
And Banner's fucking next.
And he's old. He's still
He's
old.
still old,
Okay.
yeah. And he's like, I know how to kill Hulks. I'm gonna fucking kill me some Hulks. And he already killed like one guy on his list, and he's got to go down this fucking list. I'm just like,
Holy
damn.
shit,
And it's still got that really weird kind of stylized artwork that does the Old Man Logan stuff. I don't know what the guy's name is.
Yeah, that's with Andrea Sorrentino.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
And it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it.
And the same colorist as the Secret Wars series too, Mark Maiolo.
Yeah, really great.
I want to read that.
Yeah,
They're on the second issue of Old Man Logan, or
yeah, I just read the second one today. Yeah, it's funny because he goes after the Hulk, but the Hulk isn't the Hulk right now.
Oh, wow.
Right, Amadeus Cho is the host.
Yeah. So he's like, what the fuck you doing, man?
I haven't read this new Old Man Logan, but it's kind of dirty of him to be going after Hulks, seeing as it was actually him that fucked everybody over, because Mysterio made him think everybody was his enemies, and he killed like half of the heroes.
Well, yeah. Well, and then, he was blaming it on some of the Hulk because he teamed up with the hero, with the villains for some reason. Like he went crazy and teamed up with the villains.
Well, Mysterio was confusing him. That's why.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I forgot that. That's kind of weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's from the original. That's from the original Old Man Logan run with it was Mark Millar.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense now. You know what I mean? Because I read just a little bit of the Old Man Logan.
You fucking threw it out.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? I thought it was so disrespectful to Bruce Banner Hulk and Captain America. I was like, what the fuck? But anyway.
So my favorites from my Secret Wars that were the kind of the spinoffs was I really liked the Quiet Room run of who the hell was it? The Inhumans. That was kinda
Inhumans.
cool.
Oh man, Adeline Rising was so great.
Yeah.
The
That was
ending,
really
man,
cool.
that took a left turn like I was not expecting at all.
Yeah, it did. It kind of just tossed in an infinite loop. I was like, that's pretty fucked up. And now the other person's in the other seat. So if y'all haven't read it, check it out.
I need to read that now.
Adeline, I
damn.
don't know how to pronounce it. Adeline Rising. It's
Adeline, yeah.
Adeline, yeah. It's really cool. I actually really liked the Civil War one as well. It was decent. And then
The art on that Civil War one was
really good.
spectacular.
Yeah. It's kind of a cool take on what would happen if or if Civil War just kept going on
forever.
Yeah, and there was like a divide in basically the U.S.
Oh, wow.
And Tony Stark's got one side, and
There's
Captain America the other.
Yeah.
a literal crack in the middle.
Damn.
Yeah, the divide. I think they called it.
Yeah, they had the divide.
Yeah.
Any others?
Those are my two standouts. I think. Yeah.
I didn't read nearly enough of the Battle World stuff, but I did like Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
You know, with the Devil Dinosaur and all of that. I did like, even though it was very comedic, Mrs. Deadpool and the Howling Commandos.
I have not read that one, but I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, that was fabulous. All right. Any other takes on, like, big insight from Secret Wars? Sobe and Kevin, you want to get in?
Any more big insights? My big insights are about Cash. I do want to say that this is since they did cancel the Fantastic Four. You know, there's no Fantastic Four book out right now. They did a great job at. You know, this is a book that's been going for over 50 years without a break, and if they're gonna wrap up a 55-year run or whatever it was, they did it in a way that was decent. Like they wrapped up that Fantastic Four well. They did a great job with the characters, and yeah, they just did a great job. And Doom was already my favorite. Now he's just, he's the greatest. I thought God Doom was incredible.
He won me over. I wasn't a Doom fan before, and I am all the way Team Doom now.
Oh, and one more thing, because I did reread Secret Wars #1 the other day, and I feel really bad for Ultimate Universe Nick Fury. He even said, like, the last line he ever said was, "This is the darkest moment of a dark life. I didn't want to go out like this," when the two worlds were colliding and he was sending the Ultimates to attack the main universe. And basically, while he was dying, the Maker, that's the Ultimate Universe, Mr. Fantastic, was pretty much telling him, "Hey, I manipulated you. You're only doing this, and it's a waste of your time. You're basically saving me." And that's the last we see of Ultimate Universe Nick Fury. So I feel kind of bad for him. He had a good run.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah. All
But
right.
on a positive note, fucking everything else that happened, it's an excellent run. There's a lot of excellent tie-ins, and I love the way they set up the new Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm really loving the Ultimates. That's like my favorite right now.
Dude, the Ultimates is so sick.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It literally is. To me, it's like a perfect team.
Yeah.
Especially for it being a new team. And I'm not familiar with a lot of the characters outside of T'Challa and Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
But now I'm learning.
It's got to be the most powerful team I've ever seen out of Marvel. It's like you got characters like the Blue Marvel and Spectrum who are just insanely powerful.
Yeah.
And Miss America, she's
Which is a lame fucking name. That name is fucking retarded.
That is weird. Yeah. She should be in a bathing suit.
And then you've got Black Panther and Captain Marvel, who we all know pretty well, and they're fucking incredible. So.
Yeah, and they're solving problems. I love how they put out in the very beginning of it. It says, like, in the interest of transparency, they're going to tell the world exactly what they're going to do, and then how they're doing it.
Yep.
And then they go out and do it, and then solve problems. So it's great.
And they're being proactive. Which you don't see often from superhero comics. You see the heroes reacting to threats.
Yeah.
But these guys are going out, finding problems that exist, and solving. They're being proactive, which you don't see very often, which I love.
The Galactus problem that they...
The Galactus thing is great.
It's really good.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So, really quickly, guys, would you like to plug anything that's coming up on Comic Noobs and any events or any episodes that you really want to highlight?
Yeah, sure. So we have been, shamelessly jumping on the Deadpool hype train. So we've got we've got 3 episodes out right now that talk about a lot of Deadpool. We've got a little bit more Deadpool in the episode coming out this Sunday. Yeah. And also in the episode coming out this Sunday, we cover one of my favorite big events that Marvel's done, and that's the House of M.
Oh!
And we cover the first issue issue of that, only the first issue, and I'm really pumped to be starting this one. So yeah, that's what we got going on in Comic Noobs. Lots of Deadpool. The issues are really funny. The episodes are pretty good, and yeah, and we're going into a really, really cool run of Marvel.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that, and we're hoping to cover the Galactus trilogy, the original Fantastic Four thing, along with House of M, kind of as the taper off, because the House of M is pretty dark. So we'll jump into some light 1960s Fantastic Four.
Nice. I actually picked up the Deadpool 25th anniversary. This is the first Deadpool comic I've ever picked up. It's 96 pages, so I figured, fuck it, why not? You know, fuck.
Oh, you got to read Deadpool Kills Marvel or Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. That
Which is not
Deadpool
canon.
Kills the
Yeah,
Marvel
it is.
Universe is fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's not canon, but it's some crazy shit. Like the showdowns between all the heroes and the way he just takes them out is fucking
Well,
crazy.
it's a lot of stuff that Deadpool does canon, because I always hear like his comic books kind of jump around. It's really hard to
They do.
like tie
I
stories
think-
together.
I think the only ones that are actual canon are like ones that include other characters, like him and Cable, and him with X-Force or any other like mutant team.
I think
I think he does have a lot of non-canon stories, but I think most of his stories are canon. They just find ways to make it so that, like on our most recent issue or episode, we cover one where Deadpool gets thrown back in time, basically to
1960 Spider-Man.
yeah, 1960s Spider-Man issue.
He plays Peter Parker.
And he has to go through the issue without affecting the future.
Oh, wow.
And it's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh
great.
man.
I can't wait for this movie, and I can't wait to hear you guys break down Deadpool, because I know that there are like time periods in the late 90s and early 2000s where I wasn't reading any Deadpool at all, and I know you guys are going to cover it in depth. It's going to be great. Where can people find you on Twitter, though?
You can follow us on Twitter at Comic Noobs Show. We're always interacting with everybody. We love talking to people who listen to the show, and even people who don't listen to the show. We prefer you listen, but if you don't, that's cool. We'll still hang out with you. And basically on Twitter, our show's on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, the regular places.
Yeah.
And also follow Sobe on Twitter. It's at the_real_Sobe, because his shit is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, so it's Comic Noobs, not Comic Noms, right, Blue?
Wait, what? No. Yeah, and it was also a pleasure being on your show last week. I had a lot of fun just talking about Batman, the house.
Blue,
Batman.
that was a blast. I had Blue's been on one of our bonus
on
casts.
too.
So have Cronus and
thank you.
Prodigy. I gotta get Stitch and Old Ninja on there, so I get collect the whole set.
Like fucking Pokemon cards.
You don't want Old Ninja on there, though.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, that's he talks about old black problems.
Yeah, you got to be careful. I might destroy your world. I might devour everything.
Galactus ass. All right. Thank you guys so much. This was fun, and we're still gonna
Do part two.
We're gonna still cover the ending of Injustice on another cast, and just keep fucking with us. So thank y'all so much.
Hell yeah! Thank you guys so much for having us
Thank
on.
you guys.
Hey, anytime.
All right, take it easy, yo.
All right.
guys.
Bye.
Peace.
All right. So, moving on.
Yeah.
Past comics now.
Yeah, I think we're past comics.
That was
Super
comic heavy.
Yeah. Okay.
That was good,
Sometimes
though.
we gotta go in depth.
Yeah, love those guys.
Yeah, that was great. I really thought we were gonna. The way we kept going, I could have thought we were gonna keep going through Injustice.
Oh, we could have, but we got to split it up.
We did, and that's what I was afraid of. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be all
Don't
Injustice.
worry.
But I wasn't
year
that mad.
5.
I haven't read any of year 5 because is it available?
I thought we were going to switch away from comics.
Yeah, we are now. We are now. I got scared.
Well, let's talk about the official studio announcement. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but nobody told me. So,
Yeah, because we voted. We put it out there for the peeps.
Yeah.
And we got to give props to Pre-Recorded Live.
Yeah.
Putting it out there. Pretty much every suggestion on our poll is from Pre-Recorded Live. I think it's from Matt, but
Blackomon.
yeah, no.
what the fuck?
So we have the vote, and we have an official name for the studio.
Which is drum roll.
We have drum roll.
What? I don't like
I
it.
don't have no. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can. No, I got a drum roll.
All right. Just announce it.
Hold on. We can do this or we can do. That don't matter. I just like that fucking.
So we are now broadcasting from the Infinity Base.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, there it is. So that is the name of the studio now. Thank you for everyone who voted. Thank you, Matt from Pre-Recorded Live, for all the suggestions because they were fucking great. A lot of people. It was funny because actually Kevin from Comic Noobs he put out the Black Cave and he like saw the poll and he's like, wait, somebody already put it on there. So fuck. He's like, I thought I was being original. No.
You should call it the Quiver.
Yeah, there's actually some pretty. I happen to like Fortress of Attitude because that was actually a pretty decent name. But
NWA.
yeah, but the Infinity Base because we named one of our episodes after it. So
Yeah.
but people voted Infinity Base.
The one that was fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, holy fuck, did we get a lot of folks listening to episode
43.
43.
No. 42.
42. It goes down in the DM.
Yeah. So this is what happens as you get old in the podcast. You don't know where the fuck you is.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see what the official count is now. You guys keep
It was like
bullshitting.
Yeah.
way up past three.
Yeah, it just
Whatever.
kept
So-
growing and growing.
Should we segue to what happened in the Bay last week?
I'm fine with that as long as we get Stitch in here with his take.
Oh, he's just gonna rant.
Stitch, did you have some feelings about a certain game that happened on Sunday?
AKA
Oh, the Super Bowl. The Cam Newton fail show.
This guy.
Cam Newton looked like the biggest bitch in the entire history of football.
Oh.
He failed miserably,
Shots
which
fired.
I can't. I mean, you can have a bad game in football. That's fine. The fucking ice cream and the fucking sprinkles on that shit show was when he fucking jumped away from the fucking fumble.
I was like, what
No,
the
he
fuck?
didn't jump away. He didn't act at all.
No, he jumped away.
Nah, he like
jumped
took
away.
He took a step back.
Rewind.
He looked
the
at
tape.
it, he bent down and said, no, and he jumped. He like hopped back. Like I got it in like GIF form or GIF form.
It's all bad.
But
Goddamn
yeah,
peanut
and
butter.
he was all butthurt and sad. And my whole thing is, pardon being a troll myself, is you got to be able to take the heat if you're giving it out. I sat here on the podcast. I wore my Princess Slave Leia outfit and everything. You didn't see me walk up and leave the fucking podcast after 5 minutes of getting made fun of. No, you take your licks like a man.
Yeah.
He fucking been dabbing and fucking dancing and doing all kinds of shit, saying, "Oh, you don't like me dancing in the end zone? Well, stop me." Well, you got stopped, and now you got to answer questions. He just want to sit up there all pouty faced with his hoodie on, like he's some
Pouting
fake ass Trayvon Martin.
Damn. With no iced
then he
tea,
got-
no Skittles? Damn.
And then he just rolls out, and he just looked like such a bitch, and it was so well deserved. It was absolutely perfect.
You know what's amazing to me is that Peyton Manning didn't do shit.
I was
The
just
whole fucking game, he didn't do shit.
Yeah.
And he won.
He
defense.
actually had statistically a worse game, even though he won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He threw for zero
One
touchdowns-
interception.
0 touchdowns, 1 interception, and I think like
143
100.
yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
yards.
the defense got them all their points.
Yeah.
The defense won the game for him.
Yeah, so defense wins Super
It's
Bowls.
been the whole season for them. It's the defense.
Yeah, they are the number one
New England.
defense.
Yeah, even when they played New England, Manning really wasn't doing shit.
No, the defense won that game too.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that, they would have lost to New England.
Well, he needs to retire. So
Well, I mean, that's
oh, that's
probably it. I mean, he is older, but I mean, I love Peyton Manning. I think he's future Hall of Famer Peyton Manning will probably be inducted probably fairly soon.
That whole game though was shit, dude. There's nothing truly exciting about it. Like it was like watching like Pee Wee football. It was so bad. Like there was no.
you know what?
No, I don't
Even
think
the
it was
fucking
that
commercials
bad.
were not that great.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what the hell? There's only like a few that were good. The rest
Hey,
were pretty
that
shitty.
puppy monkey baby bullshit, that shit fucking haunts my
That shit
dreams.
was awful. I don't
And
know
I
the
was
fuck
like,
out of
dude,
that.
what the fuck am I watching? Why can't I stop? This shit is freaking me out, and I can't stop watching.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed the Super Bowl babies one. I thought that was pretty.
Oh, it shows us a bunch of babies. What the fuck?
No, they showed like kids who were
like the
conceived.
generations of like different like people. They're like showing like kids who were born like when the Niners won it in like '89 and shit like
See,
that. And like
I didn't.
yeah.
See, I just saw the ones where it showed like Super Bowl babies, and they're just wearing. They're little kids wearing
Oh, no.
outfits. That's all I saw.
they did like a longer version of the commercial,
Yeah,
and
okay.
they were like singing some song, and they were like going back to like the Steel Curtain, like Pittsburgh teams in the '70s. They were showing like the Cowboy babies and stuff like that, and they were all like singing like from various different like age groups and stuff.
Yeah,
And
they
so
were
it's-
singing "Kissed by a Rose" by
Yeah.
Seal.
That's right.
So basically, they're just promoting drunkily fucking your whoever you're with that night.
Yeah, and having babies.
Yeah.
Illegitimate children.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Drake and T-Mobile commercial was fucking funny.
I like
that was
funny.
kind of funny. What was the other one that I thought was
You know,
kinda
one
funny?
commercial that was hilarious that came out of no fucking where was the Pokemon commercial.
Hold on. Me and Blue were at this party, and the Pokemon commercial comes on, and we're all like, "Oh my god!" And everybody else looked at us like we were fucking basically diseased. We were like, "What the fuck? It's Pokemon, you dumb motherfuckers!" It's like, come on, man.
That shit came out of nowhere too. I wasn't expecting it. All of a sudden, just fucking, it was Pokemon at the end. I thought it was gonna be like, you know, like a Nike commercial. Or something.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
But it was like 20 years of fucking Pokemon. I'm like, oh shit. It's been 20
Yeah, I was
years?
like, what the
Goddamn.
fuck? Actually, the Christopher Walken one was actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
The one where he was sitting in the walk-in closet, I was like, oh shit, this is pretty awesome.
They had a cool one where I think it was Turkish Airlines, where they were like,
Okay, so
and stuff.
but that was all for Batman vs Superman, which was dope. But you all see that Ninja Turtle shit?
You know what? I'm not excited for the Ninja Turtles again. I mean, isn't it Michael Bay again? I think.
Yep.
He's producer, he's not director.
It looks like very Michael Bay-ish.
It does look very Michael, but they have fucking Krang. We saw Krang.
The turtles, they look better, but they still don't look like turtles to me. They're still way too big. They look like big, muscular fucking gorillas that are green with weird noses.
Especially Raph. Raph is like 50 pounds heavier muscle-wise than everybody else.
Yeah, it's like, why are you giving these goddamn turtle steroids? That's all I did. There was no ooze. It was all just steroids.
Yeah, but we finally get to see live-action Krang. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
And Rocksteady and Bebop.
Yeah, that too. And we didn't get those back in the 90s. We just got them, and then we got like Turtles in the West and shit.
We got
that
Cowboy.
cartoon.
Yeah, in the cartoon, but not
No,
live.
action.
they have no live action too.
Negative.
Yeah, Rocksteady and Bebop.
Yeah, they are one of them.
Oh yeah, but we don't see Krang.
Yeah, we don't get
we
Krang.
don't get Krang.
I thought we didn't see them.
I think Rocksteady and Bebop were humans in like part 2.
But they got transformed toward the end. They actually
Did
become
they?
their
remember
signature.
I don't
character.
remember that at all.
all.
I mean, look it up. Rewind
Rewind the tape. But they look like Rocksteady and Bebop in this shit.
Yeah.
And we see fucking Krang. Fuck.
All right.
This is fucking
You
dope.
got a hard on for Krang.
Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
Krang was the shit. If you've ever played the arcade version of Teenage
we all
Mutant Ninja
have.
Turtles, get into Krang, he was a fucking bitch to beat. And like it would fuck you up if he shot you with his eye laser. You would turn into a baby turtle, and no matter what your life was, you were instantly fucking dead.
See, look, this was there. Wait, I mean,
They didn't look. That looks. Okay, so that's not a
Let me see.
warthog, and that's not a rhino. You know that,
The
don't
one
you?
that's got a beak.
yeah, let me keep
That's
looking.
not a warthog nor a rhino. Those aren't. That's not Cowboy
Let me
Bebop
see.
and Cowboy
Cowboy
Bebop.
Bebop.
That's not Bebop and Rocksteady.
Let me see.
That's not Spike Spiegel, goddammit!
Yeah, they didn't have them in the live
keep looking
action. Nah, you struggling because they didn't have them. Fuck them.
Yeah, so I think this is gonna be cool. Oh, fucking Casey Jones, because I love Casey Jones. Arrow Police Casey Jones.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You know what? It's going to be full of fucking weird continuity issues like all Michael Bay movies.
Yeah.
It's gonna have way too much lens flare like all Michael Bay movies. It's gonna have that weird shot where somebody stands up and the fucking camera spins around them like all Michael Bay
Oh, the
movies.
360
Yeah.
fucking camera spin. Yeah, he does that.
Damn, you do have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna keep casting the wrong females like fucking Club Thumb.
Fox.
Yeah, it's like stop.
I go deep inside Megan Fox.
I would not go deep inside Megan Fox.
What?
I would not. Sorry. Her face is weird to me, man. Like it's like somebody constructed it in China or something. I don't know.
She's had work done even though she's still young.
Yeah, that's weird to me.
Her face is a target. Just saying.
Oh, terrible.
I'm gonna shoot
I'll
her.
end up watching the movie. I'm not excited about it, but I mean, I'll watch it and eat my popcorn just like I do it all those other summer movies.
Well, when is it? It's a summer movie?
Yeah, it's a summer
I'm
movie.
pretty sure it's a summer movie.
Well, my daughter's gonna be here, so I'll probably watch it. But it's just like, whatever.
Matt from Prereq Live has a good point.
What is that?
He says he does have a recipe for money. So what Michael Bay puts out makes money, no matter how terrible it is.
They give him like $1 trillion budget, and he spends about $500 billion of it.
And he
on
makes it back.
explosions.
He makes it back
It's not
every
that hard. I
time.
mean,
He makes a profit off of his movies,
But he
a lot.
He made a Benghazi.
that hard.
But he made a Benghazi movie that was so Michael Bay'd out. I was like, this is like a real event that happened, and you just Michael Bay'd it up. You're just gonna have these crazy explosions
13
and
hours?
shit, crazy lens flares.
that.
I just came out.
It looks like Bad Boys.
Oh,
No, it looks like Bad
Never seen
Boys.
one bad word about Bad Boys though.
No. It's one of his decent Michael Bay films, but everything I just said is still in that movie.
He's still Michael Baited.
Yeah, he's still the stand up and the fucking thing spins around.
Yeah.
The weird continuity problems. You know, it's just like, who the fuck is editing these goddamn movies?
I have no idea. But
So Bebop and Rocksteady were supposed to be in the second one, but they actually cut them out and used the two guys I showed you. So
Yep.
yeah, they were not in there.
Toka and Razor?
Yeah.
That's what Matt said.
So really quick, before we get into the halftime stuff, because this has been controversial, I guess, this week.
Yeah,
Before we even start, is anybody here an actual Beyonce fan? And what I mean by that is, have you bought an album ever?
Oh, no.
No.
Okay, all right.
I'm sure most of you have probably whacked off to her, though.
No.
I've never been crazy into her. Okay, I just wanted to set that up as the background, but
It's hard for me to jack off to a fully clothed woman.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
like,
but that's what the internet and Photoshop is for.
it's not real.
I'm old enough to know it isn't real, so
So, let me first talk about the goddamn halftime show.
I like your tweet. That shit was great.
Oh, wait, which part?
The one about Coldplay.
Oh, yeah, Coldplay. Most depressing music ever. But luckily it came up, you know, they were like playing some non-suicide music when it first started coming out.
Because Bruno Mars came out.
But then they brought it back down. But wasn't Bruno Mars and Beyonce in last year's Super Bowl?
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
don't know,
2 years ago.
or 2 years ago?
Yeah, I think it was 2 years
Beyonce
ago.
was in Beyonce was the one that I was at, not at, but the one in New Orleans. She was at the Niners, the one where the lights went out.
Yeah.
that was a
one
few years
Beyonce
ago.
was at. So that was a couple years ago.
Can we get some new acts? Can we get some like rock music, something that pumps you up? I mean, why the fuck was Metallica playing the day before and they should have been playing the fucking Super Bowl?
I don't know.
Awesome.
That would have been way more better.
Yeah, I don't think
And I
a lot-
said more better, goddammit.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people
better
do because I found out late that Metallica was at AT&T Park doing a fucking concert. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, there's a lot of celebrities here for.
Oh, dude, there's celebrities. There's a celebrity I met. I met a WWE wrestler, Ryback.
Oh yeah, we
This
can
dude's
talk about that.
fucking.
What do you do on your back?
I try to aim for Megan Fox's face.
That's SuperLoads.
Yeah, but I mean, this dude's fucking huge. I thought he was an MMA fighter,
not right.
and he had like. That's all.
Yeah.
Ryback.
He had to bring his eyes and shit. He struck my back just right.
Say you're pretty.
Prostate massage.
Oh, that's terrible. But this dude, he was actually really.
Yeah, SuperLoads.
Oh, that's all bad.
Okay.
Yeah, but he
We're
was.
going to talk about the halftime show.
Yeah, we were, but there were celebrities all in the Bay. So Cam Newton walked into Chipotle, people lost their shit.
Chipotle.
Oh, ass explosion.
Yeah, Jay-Z was out here. You guys hear what happened with Snoop Dogg?
Oh, I heard something.
I mean, I'm not sure if he said it wasn't true, but somebody broke in his car and stole all of his equipment.
Oh shit.
While he was in San Francisco. Well,
Shit happens. Don't fuck your shit.
Ryan Reynolds and Olivia Munn were here.
Oh yeah, they were up at Twitter.
Yeah, and Ryan Reynolds was selling chimichangas.
Yes, in San Francisco.
Dressed as
That's
Deadpool.
That's fucking great. And they, Olivia Munn was doing a Q&A at the Twitter home or their
home office?
Yeah, which was fucking cool. People were asking like some cool ass questions, and one of the coolest questions was somebody asked her if she would ever go on the Attack with Kevin Pereira on his podcast, and she said she would love to, but she just never been asked.
I ain't about that though.
Yeah, I ain't
I ain't
about
about that at all.
I think there's some bad blood.
Yeah.
Bad blood.
Yeah. No shade to her. I mean, we all like her and we all love Kevin, but obviously something went down that was off camera. That.
Oh wait, so Kevin says Kanye says hot dogs are sandwiches and Bill Cosby is innocent. What the hell?
Yeah.
You're just jumping all over the place. Is that? All right.
So anyway, the goddamn halftime show.
Yeah. Shit these tangents.
So who wants to talk about it?
Well, I just want to say that I enjoy having Bruno Mars on there, and I didn't give a fuck about Coldplay.
Yeah, and I don't give a fuck about. Well, I don't really give a fuck about Beyonce either. It was entertaining though.
Yeah, once she came out, it became entertaining. But when Coldplay was on there, it was like, oh, what is this? Who's this?
So
Yes.
So the controversy is.
Well, hold on. Before you say the controversy, sorry. I watched the whole thing, and I saw it the day afterwards. People were like, "It's controversial, like what she did," and I was just like, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
Yeah.
And then after I watched it again, after I really thought about it, I was like, "Oh, okay, I sort of see it." But anyway, go ahead.
So I guess the controversy is that for Beyonce's part of the performance, she was dressed, and her background dancers were dressed in basically an homage to the Black Panthers in terms of the berets and afros and just their whole gear and getup, right? You got a sour look on your face. Is that wrong?
She had some lyrics that were, I guess, sort of Black Panther-ish, but not really. I mean,
they were part of her new song.
Yeah.
And so
the video that came out the day before, some people were kind of butthurt because they were saying the video is like anti-police and stuff based on stuff that happens in the video. I've only seen like little like still images of it. I know in like one of the scenes she's like standing on a police car in New Orleans, surrounded by water, almost like kind of like representing like the Katrina disaster and stuff like that. But I guess some of the lyrics and stuff are rubbing people the wrong way, or they're looking into it a little bit too hard, in my opinion. With the whole like stop, you need to stop shooting us kind of stuff, or something along the lines of that was kind of said or mentioned by Beyonce, and then people started to get all, this declaring war on the police now. This is blah blah blah. This is offensive, and etc. And then I think added with the whole Black Panther stuff, they were like, Beyonce's gotten out of control. She's making the Super Bowl all political and anti-police and all that fucking nonsense.
Well, the thing about when I was watching it, I thought it was like an homage to like the old Michael Jackson. I think Kevin just mentioned that too. The old Michael Jackson is, and even with the backup dancers, it was like almost Rhythm Nation-ish to me when I was watching it. So I didn't see the Black Panther thing at all. However, after I saw it again, I was like, okay, I can definitely see it now, but I don't really see a problem necessarily with the Black Panthers. Both my parents are Black Panthers. People were trying to draw parallels to the Black Panthers and the Confederate flag, and I was like, well, let's not go too far. So we weren't hanging white people, all right? We didn't divide a country. All they were doing was defending themselves against police brutality, which is funny because it's still happening today, all right? There's no denying that. So, and there's no long history of killing people as Black Panthers. They didn't go out and like mob people. No. You know what I mean? All they want to do is defend themselves and to get the rights that we deserve at a time during segregation.
They just scared a lot of white folks.
Well, but here's my big point is, first and foremost, any celebrity that performs at the Super Bowl pays the NFL, not the other way around, for being on there. And there's a dank meme going around with what's her name from Transformers?
Oh my God!
All right, but they pay actually to be on the Super Bowl.
They do.
That doesn't sound right.
Look that up.
It's true from what I've heard.
Yeah, so they pay to be on there. Not only that, it gets approved. You don't just have some secret wardrobe and some secret fucking dance moves. It gets approved by the NFL. What the fuck you do on the biggest stage in the entire country?
Then after Justin and Janet, it gets looked over very carefully.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, I'm pretty sure they're paid by a sponsor because the halftime show is brought to you by Pepsi.
Everybody approved it.
Fuck them, because you know what? There's still states in this goddamn union that have the fucking Confederate flag on it, and they don't say shit about that.
Of course.
And that was the most deaths in America were caused because of that war, because of some stupid racist motherfuckers. All right, and they don't want to complain about that, but you want to complain about the Black Panthers. So you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Didn't the Black Panther originate in Oakland?
Yeah, they did.
66. But the other thing is,
and there's a long history of police basically assassinating Black Panthers.
Oh yeah.
So,
but my thing is, if you weren't a fan of Beyonce, which we all established we all kind of weren't per se before, then it's not like this performance made you a fan where you're going to go out and buy the album, and vice versa. If you already were a fan, you're going to continue to support and be with Beyonce. I don't think anything changed from a net value standpoint one way or another. Either you rode for her or you didn't.
Yeah, she didn't pick up any new followers or lost any either. So it was just like a positive event. But you know what I was thinking? I was like, maybe she's advertising for the Civil War, since the Black Panthers in
hey, maybe because it's, I don't know, Black History Month.
Yeah, maybe. There you go.
Might talk about Black history.
True. For literally about 30 years, every Monday Night Football opening was that racist ass motherfucker Hank Williams. Are you ready for some football? And then meanwhile, like when he's not doing that, he's just fucking waving his Confederate flag around, fucking talking.
He's like, "Are you ready for some niggas?" On the Good night, Negro.
Oh, ready for some good old lynchings? Let's go.
But Beyonce comes out and does a little halftime show, which you could have changed the channel if you didn't like it. Then people are up in arms. Like,
Yeah, so I think during halftime you have actually a couple options. You can watch the Puppy Bowl or the Lingerie Bowl.
Yeah,
There you go.
legit options.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah,
I wasn't mad at Beyonce's
Titties are
performance.
bitches.
Yeah.
I mean, because it was a collaboration. You had Chris or Coldplay, and then you got freaking Bruno Mars and Beyonce.
Nobody was hurt or injured or financially bankrupt based on the 10, 15-minute performance.
Yeah,
Beyonce almost got hurt though.
It was nice to watch. Like, I liked when they were all like together, like on the stage, like jamming out together. I was like, all right, this is pretty cool. Like, I wouldn't know fucking Chris from Coldplay if he walked in my living room right now.
Well,
but-
it was all good until Coldplay went sad again. I had the razor on my wrist, and I was like, I gotta fucking do it.
Can I say this too? Just as a general rule of thumb, if you're not an American artist, I don't think you should be performing at the Super Bowl. Nobody wants to talk about that. But fuck everything else.
You reaching, bro.
I'm going for it.
You
If you're,
reaching.
it's not the UK's fucking sport. You know, it's
But
the
the UK watches.
The UK does have an NFL though.
Yeah,
they
watch.
they have it.
We play.
It started
They play
here.
NFL
It
games
started
in
here.
London.
We all know it's an American sport.
So,
Fuck them.
Should we also talk about Lady Gaga's performance?
Oh.
National anthem? 'Cause
She looked like she.
So she can sing, but goddamn, does she look crazy? What she look like, a girl from Hunger Games?
yeah.
May the odds be never in your favor, bitch.
That's all bad.
what did that meme
can't
say?
sing.
It's all when you have to sing the national anthem, but you have to go do the Hunger Game at 8:30 or something like
Yeah.
that. Lawyers.
Yeah, she looked a fucking hot mess.
But you know, she did come over to my house and ask me for some advice about singing the national anthem.
All you gotta do is, and you're good to go.
Make sure to hold that last note.
Oh, deep
Till the last
inside.
breath.
Lady Gaga do got ass though.
You know,
Especially American Horror.
After American Horror Story, I look at her way differently.
Yeah, cause you like, damn, what them titties?
You know what? She gained fans after American Horror Story. I'm one of them. You know what I mean? I didn't really ride for her or whatever. I will fuck with her now.
Yeah, she looks like a crazy ass Bond villain though. Most of the time, I'm just like, what's these outfits? I don't understand. Are you from the fucking future?
Evil pussy is good pussy.
There we go. I was gonna say it. He said it.
She has an album with some
Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett, and she looks pretty hot in that because she's got the whole old school.
That's when
girl
she
in it.
does. Yeah, she does that 1950s stuff going on.
She looks normal, like a normal person.
Yeah, well, I mean, she wears dresses in American Horror Story. There's like maybe 2 episodes where she wears her outlandish shit. But
All right. Any other things on the Super Bowl though, before we switch to motherfucking TV?
yeah, so
Should we mention the even though it's sort of comic related, they did drop that trailer for Civil War.
Yeah.
oh yeah, they had another one. It was
Looks
interesting.
good. I mean, they already have our money. You know?
Oh yeah.
But there's something that's pissed me off about that though is that there's a lot of folks on the internet that are saying, "Where the fuck is Spider-Man?" They're missing a bunch of other people too. God damn it!
Yeah.
It's not fucking Civil War.
Yeah,
All right, it's just
Well,
Iron
the
Man versus.
It's the MCU's Civil War.
Yeah, but it's not. So they keep saying, "Where the fuck is Spider-Man?" But they're missing way more people than just fucking Spider-Man. They're showing 8 heroes.
Yeah.
8. It's supposed to be the entire fucking
MCU.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's possible we could see cameos from the people from the series show up.
You ain't
never
seeing
know.
shit. All you're gonna see is Tony Stark versus goddamn Steve Rogers. That's all you're gonna see.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be cool. I mean, we're gonna get Black Panther. We're gonna see Ant-Man. I think it's gonna be cool.
That suit looks dope though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that was cool. Iron Man's fucking watch glove that he popped out when.
When he catch the bullet.
Yeah.
Caught that bullet. That was badass. I had to rewind that.
Rewind the tape.
All right, so fuck the Super Bowl and we rolling.
Whatever.
All right, TV shows. What do y'all want to start with?
The Flash.
Hold on, can we start X-Files first?
Yeah, actually, we should do X-Files and Supergirl and then Flash.
Did everybody watch X-Files yet?
Yes.
Holy shit, this is the best one yet.
Yes.
It felt like old school X-Files.
It did.
It punches you in the fucking feels. They had a badass fucking monster, scary motherfucker.
The Trash
It was
Man.
great.
Yeah.
Trash Man, yeah.
Set us up.
Basically, there's this dude. So they're relocating homeless people to like some new location.
In the fucked up way.
Yeah, just like basically just hosing them down with water and then just snatching them up and putting them in like some crazy hospital
their
or some
shit away
shit. Yeah, and there's this guy named the Trash Man who he lives in a fucking trash truck. Like, like it compresses his ass. Anyway, he lives in this trash truck will come around. He gets out of this trash truck and then he commences to just ripping motherfuckers apart. Like literally,
Yeah.
rip motherfuckers apart. You know what was crazy? In the beginning of the episode, it said TV 14. scene. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
I was like, this ripping people apart in like horrific fashion.
But he's
hands
like,
in the
he looks like
tractor.
he's 7 feet tall, basically.
Probably, I think more than that. It looks like he's like 8 feet tall.
Yeah, he's got like band-aids over his mouth.
He has a band-aid on his nose. He had a
Oh, his
band-aid on
nose.
his
He's
nose.
dripping ooze, like
Yeah,
garbage
and shit.
juice.
Yeah.
His name wasn't Trash Man. His name was like Band-Aid's nose or something like that.
No, they
Man.
call them both.
They call him
They call him
Trash Man.
both. They call him Band-Aid Man and Trash Man. When you see the paintings that he's on, it says Trash Man on it.
But the guy who made him, though, Blue's right. The artist that made him.
It's like
called him
Frankenstein. It's
Band-Aid
like
nose or something
Frankenstein.
like
Oh, he's like that the Gollum character. Where
Yeah. And that's you're right. That was an homage because he had the clay. That was
he had the
just
clay, and I
wrong.
was like, oh shit.
I wonder if he actually wrote something down and put it in his mouth, and that's why he went to go do it.
Maybe because his mouth.
also
I think the
wrong.
clay. His mouth is taped, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jewish history. Y'all.
Yeah, Jewish. Yeah, it's funny. So if you
We're kosher.
And no, none
Yeah.
of us are Jewish.
if you watch Sleepy Hollow, they do an exact episode of a Gollum also.
And Gargoyles does it too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I mean, it's a really interesting folklore device. It's actually pretty cool. But the Trash Man was just crazy because he doesn't
good.
talk and he just brutally tears motherfuckers limb from limb.
Yeah.
What fucked me up
Yeah.
was the Congresswoman. Like they don't
yeah.
show you what happens. You see the aftermath.
Yeah.
You see her parts in a trash.
Well, they didn't really see your parts. That was sexism reverse right there. They don't want to show the girl getting ripped apart. They show all the
You
dudes.
know what?
Yeah.
That was some truth. Because, but the other thing was, I didn't think she was as evil as some of the
Yeah,
other
that's
folks.
kinda getting
So I didn't think she was going to have it coming. But yeah, they should have shown her getting her fucking ass ripped apart.
Yeah.
Well, they do let you know that he fucking ripped her head off and then stuck it in the trash compactor.
Yeah, but you don't see it though. You do need to see a bitch getting ripped apart.
Oh, you gotta get ripped apart.
Yeah, this ain't no porn.
He was busting them super trash man.
Super flash loads. But I mean, it's funny because when we see Mulder confront the two sides, he says he hears both of them, but he points out both of you are flawed. You're both fucked up in this situation. There's no solution. You two do not want to come to a resolution, and you're just trying to basically brush them off.
So I think that's kind of why I didn't watch X-Files when I was young, because I always thought it was going to be like, I thought it was going to be scary because there was always like alien abductions and all this sci-fi
That shit was scary. Last episode.
Yeah,
Kid.
and that's what, like, when I watched this episode, I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I didn't watch X-Files as a kid. This shit was kind of scary.
Yeah, and the other part that we didn't really talk about, the part that punches you in the feels, is that Scully's mom dies.
Yeah, and they bring back the
Yeah.
actress that plays her mom,
Yep.
which is messed up. And it's not just that also, but she has been feeling guilty for the last couple episodes
yeah,
about her son. And I think this is definitely a criticism that fans have had back in the day because they had their son and he went away and they don't fucking talk about it at all until like season 9, and he's mentioned like maybe fucking once. And then now we finally get years later, like after the end of the series, like 2 seasons and 2 fucking movies, we finally get them expressing about what happened to their son and how they feel.
Well, and the time has passed, so like it truly
It's
is
10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
10, 14
15
years,
whatever,
something like
yeah.
that. So he should be like a
He's teenager or
preteen.
early, maybe early 20s.
Not a baby.
What's
Yeah.
crazy is, did you guys get the impression that Scully's mom was set up? Like, remember how the doctor had said like, oh yeah, like she signed over her life,
Her advance
whatever.
directive.
Yeah, and that she said that 2 army guys had approved it.
Retired, yeah.
Well,
Army
and
guy.
her son.
Yeah.
Her son William was there, so it's very possible. But I don't know if a lot of people remember if you're a diehard X-Files fan. So Scully has a youngest brother named William, but also the child is named after William or Mulder's father, who's also named William.
Yeah.
So I think that was great. I think that it's great that they are bringing this all up and actually kind of closing up some of the holes that they had left.
Well, in the previous episode, both Mulder and Scully had like a vision of how life would be with their
They both
son.
fantasize, and I think that's great. We finally see them actually thinking about their kid,
and they both ended badly.
Yeah, but both of their, I mean, like if you watch the series on Netflix, which you can now, they don't fucking really talk about it, which was irritating a lot of fans. And now we finally fucking get
Well,
that.
let's be honest. They had very shitty writing some of those last few seasons.
Some of them, but I think they tried to fix it in season 9, and it was really about like there's the writer's strike and like David Duchovny not wanting.
No. This is before that writer strike.
No, there was
Way before a writer strike.
No,
man.
there was a couple writer strikes. This one was minor.
This is back when candy cost a nickel. People were getting paid, but they were owed.
Yep.
The Lannisters paid their debts.
There you
in gold. But there was also that shit about David Duchovny not really wanting to be on there, and he had that old bullshit, and then he came back to finish it. So, but now we're seeing some closure, I think.
Well, they're back on track. Goddammit, that's what's so fucking great.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Because last week's was kind of weird. I mean, we did see like a porn version of Scully a little bit, which was kind of weird. But this one, we got the feels, and we got another monster, I should say.
Like, I feel they're playing a homage to like all of the seasons before. Like, every episode has been different compared to like, you know, just one complete full season. Like, they're kind of choosing like the good parts of the seasons previous and just kind of doing it
like
all.
The goofy episode.
Yeah, they have like the goofy serious episode. They have like more of a sci-fi with the aliens. Like, they're kind of picking pieces from their series and they're doing it in this short amount of time.
True, and there's only 2 episodes left, so
they got to keep it going. I noticed that they said it's the season finale, not the series finale.
True. So I'm hoping they do like I'm cool with them doing a limited run. I'd like to see 12, 13 episodes instead of 6.
Quit watching porn, goddammit.
Oh, what are you doing, bro?
Waifu.
Man, you couldn't work to get them RPMs. Wait to get them RPMs going.
Setting something up to get your guys react.
Fuck. More waifus.
Switching gears.
We want to talk about Supergirl before we get into.
So you getting the boring shit?
Yeah. What?
Well, Supergirl's been getting. It's still on the rah fucking girl shit, but
it is a little bit.
So this is for you, Cronin. Since we're going to be talking about Supergirl, I have this set up for you to watch to keep you entertained.
Well, no, I like Supergirl's good. The Flash and Green Arrow.
All right.
Yeah, so that's what I'm.
Bad.
So anyway, last episode was when the Black Mercy.
Yeah, Black Mercy.
Yeah, which is cool because I remember seeing that in one of the cartoons. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was cool because it was one of the creatures that Superman had actually had in his zoo, and then he got out and fucked everybody up.
Well, actually, Mongol took it out and threw it on him.
You're thinking of the what's the name star?
No,
Superman had that in his zoo. The Black Mercy. What's the guy's name? Apocalypse sent it to him as a birthday gift.
Oh, was he just in his zoo?
Yeah,
because he has him in his zoo.
Yeah, he does. He has the thing. So, like Cronus was saying in the episode of Justice League,
I think it was JLU or something like that.
Yeah, in Justice League, I don't know if it's unlimited, but it's in one of the Justice League series. But Mongol gets the Black Mercy and he throws it on Superman, and Batman and Wonder Woman are trying to get it off of him.
It's Superman's birthday, and Apocalypse. He sends him a gift.
No, it's Mongol. Mongol throws it on him because Mongol almost kills Wonder Woman.
It wasn't a gift, and when Superman went to open it, that's when it jumped on him. The guy you're thinking of that's in his zoo, it's the Star character that jumps on his face, and he starts like making babies, and then like they start to infect the other Justice League.
Okay, okay, but he does have the Black Mercy in his zoo though.
Yeah, he does have it.
But I know what you're talking about too, though.
Yeah. So, but it is about Mongol and Wonder Woman because Mongol almost kills Wonder Woman because he tries to take over the Fortress of Solitude, and then the Black Mercy attaches to Batman in the cartoon. So anyway,
Supergirl.
Yeah, Supergirl.
Anyway, it wasn't a very heavy Supergirl episode.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because she's on Krypton in her dreams.
Yeah, so basically, the Black Mercy is on her, and she gets into this dream where she thinks she's back in Krypton and stuff. So it was kind of cool.
It was kind of cool. We see little boy Kal-El.
Yeah. He looked kind of fucking creepy though.
Yeah, he did.
Just maybe that was me. Yeah,
I don't know. He just looks like a kid with a big like red S on his as a shirt.
But you know what's crazy to me is in this show, Martian Manhunter is not using his powers like hardly at all.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know why they need to construct some fucking crazy VR device when he could have just jumped into her mind and be like, "Hey, bitch, wake up."
Oh well, he already says that it's hard for him. Well, he says it's hard for him to read a Kryptonian mind, and
that ain't canon, motherfucker.
No, he says on the show. God dang it.
No, but I'm saying he doesn't have trouble with that. Anybody's mind.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He's one of the most powerful like psychics or whatever.
Yeah, but like
that's bullshit, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying what they said on the show. You don't watch
and in fights, like he never uses. He doesn't shapeshift. He shapeshifts in humanoid characters, but he can transform like a dragon and shit.
Yeah,
he never does that, and like he doesn't use his like intangible ability hardly at all. Like he did it once when what's her name threw a punch. like dodge one of them with that, and then the next punch got hit. I'm like, why don't you stay intangible?
Oh.
Why don't you just stick your hand through her fucking chest and pull out her heart?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that part was cool when Kara's sister had the fucking kryptonite sword.
Oh,
Yeah, that shit was dope.
That was cool. It reminded me of the God Killer sword. When she
Yeah.
used it, I was like, oh shit.
I heard somebody say, "Finish him."
Yeah.
Oh, finish her.
Yeah, what was interesting to me was like Supergirl has the exact same lines as Superman did in the show, where the Black Mercy is released from her, and she's pissed because this person did this to her, and it's like almost identical compared to the anime series. So I thought it was great. The sword was fucking dope. I love the kryptonite sword. It was pretty.
All right, so y'all can talk about your boring bullshit now.
Oh, this motherfucker.
Flash is just way better. So Flash is on Earth too.
It is on Earth too.
The headphones on too.
And Stitch, you up on Flash, right?
No, I'm still behind on Flash. I need to watch tonight's Arrow.
Okay.
So are we gonna go in on Flash? Because there was a lot of shit.
Yeah, go in on it.
Yeah. Here's my deal. They're on Earth too, and they got Iris being Iris.
No, we don't. We got a different Iris.
We got Iris being waifu.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, like let's fuck in the hallway, Iris.
Lingerie.
Oh yeah.
Shh, don't tell my daddy.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, that's why my daddy hates you.
Yeah.
So yeah, in this episode of Flash, Cisco and Wells, they go into Earth 2 to try to stop Zoom. And when they get there, they're kind of geeking out. They're like, oh
kinda.
shit, we're on another
Cisco and Barry are.
Yeah,
Cisco
well,
Barry.
before they do, there's some shit that we see as they hit the Speed Force.
It's cool, huh?
This guy.
Yeah. Keep going.
So as they enter the Speed Force, the first three images we see a black Archer in the Arrow suit, pretty much, which is confirmed to be Connor Hawke, which is Oliver Queen's multiracial child, and confirmed to be in Legends of Tomorrow. So we are going to see him soon, and then we see 1995's Flash.
Yeah.
And then we see Supergirl flying through, and they make sure that you see with this huge fanfare that Supergirl is coming. So we see that.
It was clear as day.
Yeah, it's pretty clear as day. You see Supergirl from the CBS show. And then we see three more images. We see Killer Grodd on the... Yeah, you see Killer Grodd, and then you see this cowboy dude with his gun, which is Jonah Hex, which we will also see on Legends of Tomorrow.
They really shouldn't do that. I mean, Jonah Hex left a bad taste in everybody's mouth.
Oh, when you maybe
live
because
action.
Maybe because it was
shit.
Megan Spox.
Yeah, it was shit. It was shit.
And then the last image we see is a ring, which I found out to be the
Justice League,
Legion of Superheroes from the 30th century.
It's like 2166.
Yeah, something like that. It's 30th century. So we may see that on Legends of Tomorrow or Flash.
They might even get their own show.
They possibly. I mean, we may get Connor Kent. We may get Laura Lane Kent or Laura L. We may get all kinds of shit. There's
lots of speculation.
Lots of shit. So
let me set up a next video for you too.
I figured out. Hold on.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say an Easter egg they had in the show was so Barry, when he's in Earth 2 and he's inside the house, and Iris tells him that like his mom called, so he goes to call his mom, and they show a glimpse of the phone. It's like old school, like not almost like a rotary phone, but it's almost like a wireless. But it has like only 5 buttons on there. But on there it said mom and dad. Then it said like mom. Wait, then it said mom. But then it said Bruce, Hal, and Diana,
and Eddie.
And Eddie, and it also had Eddie.
Is live stream down for you guys? Somebody said it was down.
Yeah.
So I still got it.
But
up on mine, I think.
I still got it.
You're not moving now.
But it was a great episode all the way around.
And then like in the previous episodes, there was like a bunch of little spoilers. Like the Flash from Earth 2 had talked about how like I'm friends with like Aquaman, and I've been to Atlantis and stuff like that. But when
he said that?
Yeah, when Barry was talking to his mom said, "Hey, thanks for the tickets. Like
Atlantis?
we're going to Atlantis. Like me and your father are going to Atlantis." So that kind of was a homage to that too. But then also like the Flash from Earth 2 also had said that the Green Arrow isn't what's the name? Isn't
he's Oliver's father.
Yes, Oliver's father is the Green Arrow in Earth 2. So Oliver might be dead. We don't know yet, but yeah, that's just
maybe. But we are gonna see that he has a son, and he takes on the Green. He could be dead because his son is Green Arrow.
Yeah,
that could be. And then we see Killer Frost.
Yeah,
first fucking time we see Killer Frost in her craziness.
Fine.
She's fine. I wasn't wowed by her. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not the end of seeing her.
It's not the end. It's not the end. I did like also seeing Firestorm Ronnie.
Oh, Deathstorm.
Deathstorm. And you see the doppelganger of Cisco, which was cool.
Oh, Reverb.
Reverb.
He was pretty dope. Reverb was pretty fucking dope.
But I still say Flash is one of the best comic book shows on
they're
TV.
saying that this episode has like the highest viewership ever.
Earth 2, because there was so many like Easter eggs. People were speculating about, was it really Bruce Wayne and Diana Prince on the phone or whatnot? And then we see people that are villains on Earth 1 that are good guys in Earth 2.
Like Deadshot.
Yeah, like Deadshot is Detective West, who is Iris, his partner, and he's a terrible shot.
Very bad. Like he was trying to load bullets in the gun and they just kept falling out. Like that's how bad he is.
He shot point blank and missed.
Yeah, at Cisco. That shit was funny. All right, Reverb.
Yeah, he fucking missed as fuck. It was hella funny.
But man, the fucking Zoom, man, that he's the best fucking villain I've ever seen. Like he fucks shit up every time he comes into a room.
I still prefer Reverse Flash. I think Reverse Flash is probably the best villain.
Zoom is fucking scary. God damn, that costume.
He is fucked up, but we don't see enough of him, and like he kills motherfuckers quick.
Yeah.
But I think Reverse Flash is more honed in because he has a personal vendetta and he killed Barry's mom, so that links the two.
I get that.
And then he's always trying to be better than him, but not necessarily kill him, because he's gotten a chance to kill him, but he hasn't done it yet.
Yeah.
So I think he's toying with Barry before he ends him, what I think is a lot worse.
All right. I think Arrow is on fucking filler in a lot of ways. I really do.
Nah, not last week's. Last week's Arrow was full of shit.
Such as?
So we had Civil War in the League of Assassins. We see Katana again about this Lotus that I think was on Batman. I'm not quite sure. We get Oliver Queen gets a running opponent because he's running unopposed until Damien Dark's wife steps in.
Yeah.
And then we see the return of Arsenal / Red Arrow. We see
that was anticlimactic for me.
We see Mr. Terrific take on Red Arrow, and we see that Mr. Terrific ain't no bitch. He actually held his own for a little bit. He gets his ass kicked, but he's still able to fight.
Is this the same one where Felicity's trying to give the speech?
No. It was a different one.
Okay, maybe I'm off.
Yeah, you might be off one. We see the Calculator, who
that's the same one.
No, it's the same one, yeah.
Is that the same speech? Oh, yeah.
Because she's talking about that bit-ass, that super battery that they got.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But we find out that the Calculator's Felicity's dad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of shit.
His name is the Calculator?
Yeah. He's a DC villain.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds as bad as you
Yeah,
you
but he is a DC villain, and he manipulates a lot of characters in the DC universe.
Through mathematics.
Probably.
It's a little stale.
Does he wear a Casio fucking, like a, what do you call it, math watch?
Casio watch.
TI-82.
The calculator, the calculator watch.
Yeah, so, and then we got Thea, like, dying. I think this is a good episode.
Nobody truly gives a fuck about Thea. Let's be real. Nobody gives a fuck about her.
Yeah, but she is a point, an anchor for Oliver. So
Yeah.
I think last episode was a good episode for
Stitch, get in here. What did you think?
She's gotten a lot better as a character. I was
For sure.
actually having this conversation with Lilo, how she was like, I really love Thea, and I was like, huh? I was like, are you serious? And she's like, yeah, she still hates Canary Laurel, which I was like, yeah. I was like,
you know what I don't understand is how come Black Canary Laurel doesn't have eye paint around her eyes, but what's the name Black Canary did?
White Canary? I don't know.
I think
That fucking bothers the shit out of me.
Wait, what
It's
are you talking about?
So the sister who becomes Black Canary first, when she wears her mask, she has black makeup around her eyes. But when Laura wears it, she doesn't have the black makeup. You can actually see her eyes. Like,
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I hate that shit so much. Like, it bugs the fuck out of me.
I don't get it. I do love Sarah Lance though. She's awesome. Not Laurel. Laurel's a little.
Yeah, I agree with you. Sarah is way better. Laurel and Thea, neither one of them, they're both like lightweight. They don't look like they can kick any ass. They don't look like they're training for
Thea
shit.
doesn't, but I think Laurel is starting to. But the thing is that in the comic world, Dinah and Oliver are a couple.
Yeah,
and
I
they
guess,
fight
yeah.
as a couple. But a lot of the fans can't stand Laurel.
Yeah.
'Cause they hate, because her. If you watch earlier, she. Cronus is sitting here like in another realm. But yeah,
He's seeing that future.
I think it's mainly because I guess the actress herself, Katie Cassidy, has said some shit about the production and shit, which was negative, and then like her character is always like just back and forth, wishy-washy, and like fucking just she just sucks.
Yeah,
And
that
I think
was my issue.
And then I think it's hard for the producers to try to get the fans to like her again, and to have people, especially female fans that I know, they're all about Olicity. So if that breaks, that could lose a huge fan base.
Oh yeah, I'd be very upset because I mean, even if you pretty much go over her whole character arc, you kind of felt bad for her sort of because her boyfriend or her sister died. They were out cheating on her and shit like that. But then she started to be all sort of flaky about if she was dating Tommy, but then she's still fucking Arrow and shit.
Yeah.
So
And then her alcoholism bullshit.
yeah, and it's like for me because I thought she was kind of attractive in season 1. Season 2, it looked like she just like lost a lot of weight.
Yeah,
or
she
something,
like
and
stopped eating.
yeah, and her face just looked fucking disgusting to me, and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And then with her attitude that entire season,
Yeah,
I
like
just
her
didn't like
attitude for 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Her attitude
Yeah.
sucked for 3 seasons.
So Arrow needs to trim the fat. I'm just going to be perfectly real. It was a show that was really about Oliver making dumbass promises, and then Dig and basically Felicity being Team Arrow. Now Team Arrow is 8, 9, 50, 11 people, and none of them are really adding value. Some people need to fucking die on Arrow.
Well, we're
Diane's
going to see
dead.
somebody die because I mean they keep going to this tombstone whose name that we can't see yet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's probably Felicity's mom who probably died.
3 people, maybe 4, could die from that show, and it would make it much better.
Nah, the only one I think that probably could die is Thea, or maybe Diggle, because he's not in the comics. So, but everyone loves Diggle. Everyone loves Diggle, so it's kind of hard to kill Black.
But he's black
Widow.
though, right?
Yeah, he's
Well,
exactly.
You know what that means.
Yeah, but I mean, personally, I think this season of Arrow is way fucking better than last season. Way
We
fucking better.
have the other black guy though, so they could afford to kill him all.
Oh yeah, we have Mr. Terrific, and we saw that he can fucking fight. So I thought last week's episode was great.
Is he gay in this too?
He is gay, and I guess in the comics he's not gay.
Wait, who?
No, he is gay.
Mr. Terrific?
No, it's not gay in the
I
comics.
think he is gay in the comics.
Well, I haven't read a whole lot of them, but in Future's End, no, he wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think he's
But,
gay.
all right.
But I think someone should. Well, I mean, Roy's already left. He was in and out, so we'll see.
It's got a lot to do to win back that kind of edge to it.
I don't think so. Oh, the edge. Yeah, it'd have to get darker. But right now, I think Arrow's way better than fucking last.
Have you seen that commercial with Roy in it, where it's for like some kind of app for your phone, where he's like on a subway and then like this giant monster appears and like he uses like the people that are on the subway as like his characters to fight against it?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, okay. It's fucking dumb.
The other thing is, in the fucking flashbacks, they have not been relevant since Deathstroke on season 2.
I concur.
They've tried to make them relevant, but they're pointless to me. I haven't cared about the flashbacks. Stop it.
Oh well, the flashbacks are catching up to
Current. I know.
his current,
Yeah.
so shit
Anyway.
may change. Actually, I mean, some of the flashbacks were like when he met Amanda Waller, and you get to see how she don't give no fucks.
Yeah.
But we didn't talk about how Amanda got fucking shot the fuck up.
We did. Talk about
Well, she gone
last week. Yeah.
But how is she coming back?
Yeah,
Because
I don't know.
we'll see.
All right.
Legends of Tomorrow. Who watched it?
I saw it.
Yeah.
I
So
watched
it has your favorite shit: satanic, vampiristic rituals.
I do enjoy that. Prodigy fucks with that heavy, but I'm still on the fence about this show. I'm not negative about it. I'm not positive. It's too early to tell.
For me, I'm loving this show because it's got. I guess because I'm invested a lot in some of the characters. So, except for fucking Connor, like I'm glad that he was dead. But then when they went to desecrate his body, I was like, oh, that's kind of wrong. And then they did this fucked up ass ceremony. ceremony, I'm like, oh, this actually went really dank. So, and now that we're gonna see like Earth 2 characters on fucking Legends of Tomorrow, I'm excited.
Yeah.
So, I think last week's episode was a lot better. No Connor, no fucking you're supposed to love me for 1,000 years bullshit. So,
Which I appreciate.
yeah. Well, what do you mean, that he's dead or the?
Both. I want him to be dead, and I don't want any more of that Egyptian bullshit with him and her. No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm expecting some cool shit tomorrow night. I think it'll be cool. And then we had that whole Leonard Snart fucking in the fields kind of shit, which was okay, but that it was that ritual that got me. That shit where they actually show it, cut him up and shit. So I'm still on board.
Shit.
All right.
There you go.
So we're done with this boring shit now. God damn.
This hating ass.
Put news to sleep.
I mean, any of you guys watching the Muppets?
No.
Oh man, I guess you guys gotta
Sorry,
watch
man.
that fucking show. It's so funny.
All right.
Prodigy.
Switch gears.
You want to talk about that badass Fury Road?
Let me tell you, you might want to sit down, motherfuckers. So,
It's about to get lit.
yeah. Okay, so I didn't see this shit in theaters.
I have no idea why.
I know. Kronos was telling me, hey, it's a shit. Motherfucking old ninja was telling me, hey, it's a really good movie. Motherfucking this movie knocked my goddamn socks off. Mad Max Fury Road, well, right now, is my motherfucking number one movie of 2015 by far. Yes, I said it. Better than Star Wars, in Prodigy's opinion. Come at me, Twitter. Holy shit. This is a fucking testosterone ride, man, motherfuckers. If there's that war rig. Charlize Theron and motherfucking Bane fucking
Bane.
Yeah. They're fucking killing it. All I wanted to do after watching it was just scream and fucking get in a fucking VA vehicle, even though I drive a Prius, and get in and just badass hauling and be like, witness me! You know what I mean? Damn, I love this shit. I want to rewatch
Witness!
Yeah! I want to rewatch it over and over and over
Watch that
again.
together and live tweet that shit.
Dude, yes, we gotta make that happen.
It's on demand on HBO, which is awesome.
The reason why the movie was great is because there's so many fucking pussified movies out there, and this one was unapologetically a fucking action movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they didn't give a fuck about dialogue. They didn't give a fuck about character development. All they gave a fuck about was explosions, meta music, and motherfuckers getting shot or stabbed.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
So the
and fucking stunts, the motorcycle stunts were.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
don't see that much anymore, and they were fucking dope.
So, you know how we always talk about with Force Awakens, TR-8R, who stole the fucking show? Traitor. That stormtrooper. In Mad Max, they have the equivalent, but he's the badass metal playing guitarist.
He got no eyes and shit.
Yeah, no eyes, and he's just jamming out, and just doing it, but not just at the beginning, not just in the middle, the whole fucking movie he's jamming out. Even when motherfuckers are trying to kill him with explosions and knives and shit, he's still fucking playing. I love it.
I said this a couple podcasts ago. That movie proves that every time you go into battle, you need to have war music going out.
Dude, and the soundtrack is badass.
Yeah,
of
the
course.
soundtrack was dope. I mean,
my God.
For me, who stole the show was Furiosa, because she was fucking.
She was awesome.
She was fucking dope. Like the scene where she wanted the sniper rifle because Mad Max kept missing, and she wanted to take it from him, but she's like, well, no, and then he's like, fine, and she's like, don't breathe, and then she takes a shot, and you're like, oh shit.
How about she was a disabled person, which we've talked about a little bit last week from our W. Kamau Bell and Alice Wong kind of shit. But she plays a disabled person. I didn't know that actually going in, but it added depth to that character.
Well, yeah, because they didn't show it in the previews at all. That she was basically missing an arm.
Yeah.
But she fucking handled shit, and she goes toe to toe with Mad Max early, and she proves that she can hold her own.
That's it.
And it's because of another guy that he best her, because else she would have fucked him up.
Yes. Everything about their relationship, because she didn't know his name the whole fucking time.
No, she asked him.
Yeah, and he was like, it don't really matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. He's I'm using you and these chicks in robes to get where I need to go.
Yes.
Fuck your feelings.
Sorry. I know I'm dominant. Stitch, and you guys saw it. I mean, get in here. What else did y'all think? Shit.
No, I enjoyed it. I took Kronos' recommendation to try to watch it again, because when I watched it the first time, I didn't really know what I was getting into, and I was like, this shit is a little bit too crazy right now. I wasn't ready for it. I was like, I need to come back to this when I can realize all the crazy shit that's going on. So I watched it. I guess it was like 2-3 days ago, and I enjoyed it. It was a fun movie to watch. The action was fucking great and stuff. The stunts were very badass, and I love watching the there was like some random parts like when they had the girl that was set up as like a little trap, and they're like that's a booby trap or that's bait and shit like that when they were rolling up into the town with all the chicks.
Oh, the naked
and then
chick.
even like when they were trying to make the deal for the water with the people that ended up blowing the little rock formation and shit like that. So it was really enjoyable. The only thing is like I don't know where they're going with this Best Picture of the Year. It's a great movie. It's a great action movie. I can't give it an Oscar. I can't run with the Oscar hype about it. But it was great. It was a fun movie. It was awesome.
I can see that.
I can see it getting an Oscar only because like they're not making movies like that anymore, and it was so fucking good. Like I loved how they're basically huffing fucking paint. High to go out. I was like, look at you, silver lip bastard. Like, going out there getting high and shit. Like you got fucking you're full of cancer, but you're like, oh fuck it, I got spray paint.
Witness me in my life and sacrifice myself for this dude. But
when like it makes me think Prodigy can write an Oscar-winning film if this is straight out of Prodigy's fucking brain. It really is. Be like, I need some explosions here. This person get fucking stabbed.
Actually, I kind of wanted to see it even though I have a rant about 3D movies, but I kind of wanted to see it in 3D because I saw parts of it that were obviously in 3D.
Yeah.
But I was watching it in 2D and I was like, that probably looked really cool in 3D.
Dude, I saw it in 3D and it fucking overloaded my senses because one, it had like that state-of-the-art sound tech in it, so I was like fucked up because of the music and the fucking explosions. And going back to the point like about the Oscars, when people try to ask me what Mad Max was about, it was difficult for me to explain, so I had to tell them that it was an artistic action film.
Motherfucker, I'll explain that real quick. Explosion! What the fuck is about?
I gotta jump in real quick. I'm dying laughing. Matt in the chat room said he saw it at a drive-in, and he tried not to drive like a lunatic.
That's like me when I go and watch
Like Fast
and Furious. Yeah, because I got a fast car, and I used to have a tuned car, so I had a blow-off valve and everything. Yeah. So like every time I shift my fucking car, I love that shit. Anyway, 3D movies you were talking about briefly. The best movie hands down in 3 dimensions was fucking Jackass 3D. Come at me, internet. Come at me. It was the best one ever. Right in the very beginning, your brain might fucking explode. I was just like, damn.
Yeah, but I loved it all the way around. I'm buying it on Blu-ray probably this weekend and watching it again.
My favorite thing about the whole movie is that, like, okay, they went from location A to location B, but once they got to B, they're like, now what the fuck we do? Oh,
location C.
Yeah.
Oh no, they went back to A.
That's right.
So they took the movie was all about explosion, how to get to one place, but then all of a sudden they turned around and went back the other way with the same amount of explosions and shit. Which
I didn't give a single fuck.
Dude.
Yeah.
No, I did not. I was like, dude, and it was crazy because a lot of the music drove the action. They're not saying shit, but they were doing all kinds of shit, and I was like, damn, I was along for the ride. It was literally a ride that you experience, especially in 3D. So I was all about it. I had to see it twice because I was like, what did I witness?
Yeah.
What did I just see?
Yes.
Like I felt assaulted, and I had to see it again for my mind to like put it back together for it to make sense. It was crazy.
And I understand that this is way outside the norm for any movie that's going to be nominated for Best Picture by the Academy Awards, but fuck them. They don't know shit.
They don't even like black people.
Yeah.
Stitch in the chat room saying Jurassic World is greater than.
Look at this fucking
Yeah, I know you're hating that.
I got Kevin's got my back though.
Yeah, Kevin said that Force Awakens sucks. How dare you, Kevin?
You know what else I get back, Stitch? That fucking outfit.
Had your back is showing.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna switch gears into something totally opposite.
All right, what we got?
Fucking Twitter, man.
Oh, you should set this up.
Yeah. So apparently Twitter has set up this new
algorithm thing?
No, it's not an algorithm. It's like a council for safe something. Should I
Safe
fucking look
tweeting?
it up? No, it's like safe some shit.
Did y'all read the article or whatever?
Fuck the article.
Yeah, no, I read the article and I saw the members of the council. So hold on.
It's like,
Is Anna Sarkeesian on it?
like
She is.
Really?
Yeah, that's why it blew my mind.
And Lena Dunham.
So they have some new counsel on Twitter now to review tweets to see if they're offensive or not, and if they're basically threatening to people, and they were going to basically ban people based on this council. And Feminist Frequency is on this council, and fuck Anita Sarkeesian. Actually, I don't actually want to fuck her, but she can go fuck herself. She's a fucking cunny bitch. All right, her views on free speech are fucking crazy. She doesn't have any views on free speech. She wants to like censor everybody. She thinks if somebody calls her a bitch that they're threatening her. No, it's because you're probably a bitch.
Yep.
All right. People they're really confusing threats with people's opinions. Like if I call you a cunt, it's my opinion that you're a cunt. I'm not threatening you with cunts. I mean, it's just
throwing at you.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. But they want to make this into like a safe space area on Twitter. Look, if you want a safe space area on Twitter, then why don't you go make a little baby Twitter and you sit in your little fucking corner, with some fucking stuffed animals and shit, maybe some pudding, and you talk in baby speak over there, okay? But I live in real life with where adults live, all right? And where I live, if someone comes at me, I come at them back. Yeah. So if I see something I don't like, there's plenty of things on Twitter that you can already fix for yourself.
Like the block button?
Yeah, you can block, you can get the fuck off of Twitter, or you can report them. There's already methods for this.
Yeah.
Or you could come back at them, or try to explain themselves. But you don't want to use any of those adult things. You don't want to use anything to resolve your issue. You want everybody else to conform to you. So to that, I say, fuck you.
Is Lena Dunham on this council team?
I don't know. She was part of that bullshit, talking about she wasn't going to come back to Twitter until they did this. Fuck Twitter for actually giving in as well.
Yeah.
Holy shit! To be an internet company.
It's called the Trust and Safety Council. Yes.
Is it just a council, or are they initiating this?
They made the council and they anointed people on there.
No, but is this action initiated on Twitter?
Yeah, they have the council. Yeah, they already made it.
So now if I tweet something that could be offensive, like
whatever you want. Maybe the council come after you.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll tell them eat a bag of dicks.
I may have to go in my Galactus.
Well, it is going to prompt the trolls, and rightly so, because holy shit, I can't believe Twitter, a company right here in the Bay Area, right?
Yeah, it's in the Bay, but
gave in.
Where's Mr. Robot, man? We need to get some fucking dirt.
Oh, where's Root Login? He is Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
Just tap in and
look. If they start censoring people like that, I will leave Twitter. I don't know if the group will leave Twitter, but I will leave Twitter because I'm not going to be. I want to be able to say eat a bag of dicks. Yeah. All right, and for people not to take it seriously because it's
Twitter
funny.
is kind of struggling financially anyway right now.
Well, it's because of things like this.
Yeah, they're not blowing up as big as like Facebook, for example. Like Facebook is still this giant company.
Strong. Yeah.
Well, it kind of started when they.
Public.
No, it's Milo Yiannopoulos. You know who he is?
Why does that name sound familiar?
That sound familiar.
Yeah, he's a guy. He's pretty controversial. He's a conservative guy. He's gay, and he talks a lot of shit about feminists. Because
now I know what you're talking about.
So for some reason, Twitter decided to remove his verified from his account.
Oh, he did? That's fucked up.
They gave him no reasoning or anything like that. They just removed it. So now anybody can claim to be Milo Yiannopoulos on Twitter. And
wow.
Yeah, Kevin. People consider him a douchebag, but a lot of shit that he says is just fucking crazy. Like, he has a lot of views on religion and shit like that, which I obviously don't agree with. But most of his views on feminism, I totally agree with. But either way, if you like him or not, you can't take away somebody's verified status when they're obviously a celebrity. And that's the verified status is so you know who the fuck you're talking to because he's got millions of followers.
Yeah. Is that someone riding to Valhalla?
I was going to say.
Yeah. We heard a motorcycle in the background.
Yeah, Twitter, I'm losing respect for. I really am with stuff like this. And no matter what, here's the thing for me. Even if it's like a quote-unquote hate group on Twitter saying things that are negative about gays and black people and political leaders or whoever the hell, I still respect their freedom of speech too.
Yeah, and you saw how... So we had W. Kamau Bell on last week, which is fucking awesome.
Great.
Go out and check out... Yeah, listen to it. It's about a half an hour long. Great interview. But I saw him interact with a hater, and somebody just basically called him nigger. Like, every other fucking word was nigger. And he was just retweeting this shit and just poking fun at this guy. Yep. And that's how you deal with trolls. Like, you expose them for the trolls that they are, and they look fucking ridiculous. You don't sit there and try to create a safe space and then feed the troll, basically letting them know that you got to them, or that they got to you. Yeah. You're just going to make it worse. And you're not doing yourselves any favor. You don't know how to resolve issues. All you're doing is asking for help from someone else to resolve your issue for you, but That's what you do when you're a child. You go to mommy and daddy and teachers for help. But once you're an adult, you should have adult skills to resolve your own fucking issues.
Yes.
And how did Twitter get this big and still give in to a few whiny cunts like this so easily?
Maybe this
don't
is
get
targeted.
that.
Maybe this is targeted at teenagers because there's a lot of teens that attack each other.
No, the people that are mainly heading this are adults like Anita Sarkeesian. That's an adult woman.
Yeah, I know, but
She went to the fucking UN talking about it.
Jeez, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. She went to the UN.
Yeah.
Well,
that.
I'm imagining that Twitter is doing this to try to prevent harm against like young
bullying.
people. Yeah, like bullying and people threatening, because this has happened in the digital age. People get flamed, or young people get flamed, and then they end up killing themselves because they get bullied on Twitter or Facebook. So I can see that because they're not adults, they're still young, they're still under.
So that's why we have baby Twitter.
Yeah,
and if you're a child, then don't go on Twitter.
Yeah. So
case closed for me.
So I don't know. I didn't read any of this deposition or whatever the fuck, but
But you're weighing in on it nonetheless. Huh?
I am weighing in because you guys are weighing in. So I don't know what their actual goal is.
Their goal is to create a safe space on Twitter.
So that sounds like a group, like a little pocket.
Yeah, but it's for the whole
They
thing.
want everybody
the whole thing.
to basically they want to curb criticism. They call them threats, but it's really just criticism. People criticize me, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but the people do threaten other people on Twitter.
No, but they're saying that literally. I gotta show you the video of this chick talking about. They said the day-to-day. She said the day-to-day grind of people calling me a bitch and criticizing what I do are threats. Is literally what she said.
Wow. Well,
they're not threats.
Yeah, a lot of people call her a bitch, but she has been threatened. Well, that I know.
Maybe.
Well, yeah,
No, there's no. She has been threatened.
But she's been threatened, and some of it is. Well, I'm not gonna. Obviously, I'm not advocating violence against this chick, but she said a lot of stupid shit.
She has.
And she's basically she's a swindler. She convinced thousands of people to give her money to review video games, and she's not even a fucking gamer.
Yeah, she's not.
She wants to sit there and make ridiculous accusations against the gaming community as if the largest fucking demographic for gamers isn't adolescent boys, and they complain about having big titties and asses and shit on there.
Yeah, but
at the same time, every goddamn character that's a male character in a video game is fucking yoked.
Yeah.
She don't talk about shit at all.
Yeah, no, my thing is she attacks a lot of obscure games, like games that aren't even popular, that nobody really plays, and they're usually indie games, and then she tries to blanket them as a whole. She does, but I've actually seen some of her videos, and almost 80 to 90% of them are obscure, like indie games, and then when she does point out a AAA title, it's either briefly or if it's like vagrantly offensive.
Well, no, she did it for Batman Arkham Asylum or Arkham Knight, the most recent one, because she was saying that she had a problem with butts, and she was saying that when you play as Catwoman, it's focused on her butt. I'm like, no, it's a third-person view. You can put the camera wherever the fuck you want, wherever you're looking. If you look at her ass, then you're not really playing the game. You're just looking at her ass.
Yeah, I saw the Metroid one, the one where she says that your gift for completing is a naked Sonic.
Well, no, it's letting you know that it's a woman because you wouldn't be able to tell, because back in the day it was 8-bit and you can't tell a man from a woman unless they're obviously wearing something feminine.
Yeah,
and it was only at the end of the game or if you put in the code.
Yeah, I know.
Twice.
Yeah, I know,
exactly. But
I saw her thing.
But here's my thing, though. Here's where guys have to kind of have a response. Is there something illegal or wrong with liking a woman's ass that has a great ass? I don't think so.
Nope.
And there are men who get all sheepish and, oh, she's pointing that out, and therefore I need to tuck my fucking dick in and not say that I like Catwoman's ass. No, motherfucker, I do like Catwoman's ass. Deal with it. I paid $60 for the game, and if I want to look at Catwoman's ass or Sniper Waifu or Quiet or whatever, I'll do that. Yeah. And I don't feel ashamed about that. You like what you like.
Yeah, but you can on that same token, you could look at Batman's ass if you want, because
hold on. That's one of the things that she was saying, is that they go out of their way so you can't see man's asses. In Batman, he always has a cape, and there's also things in like other ones where dudes are wearing like these little half cape things. But at the same time, demographic, you dumb bitch. Yeah. All right. No adolescent boy, most. All right, because obviously there's gay adolescent boys, but most adolescent boys don't want to look at a man's ass.
Yeah. Well, Batman wears a cape. And,
you don't have to play it if you don't like it.
Doesn't.
You don't have to pay.
What about Batgirl too? Because she has a cape, but it's short.
Yeah, but the same
I don't
thing.
know. Do you see her ass?
Yeah.
But same thing. Demographic. Shit sells.
But then, like, I guess Joker has the jacket on.
It's like, look,
He does.
look at every single romance novel out there. Who the fuck is
Yes,
on there?
that's
There's some
a
yoked ass dude.
Yeah.
Perfect example. But no problems with that.
No, of course not.
None at all. But yeah. But men are supposed to be eunuchs who never look at the female form.
I bust super loads.
Yeah!
I'm tired, though.
Oh shit!
Yeah, all right.
That's just not gonna get tired.
No, ski.
I know we're about to segue, but I just want to do like a quick announcement. Silicon Valley Con is next month,
Yes.
and it was just announced that Michael J. Fox, Leo Thompson, and Leo, what's his name?
Doc Brown.
Christopher Lloyd are going to be there.
Nice.
It's going to be the first time the cast has been together since like a long time.
Do we got press passes, though?
We got one. I'm still trying to work on the others.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough.
I mean, at least one. It's the first con.
If not, well, I mean, we gonna squad up.
Yeah,
so
we gonna squad
It
up.
doesn't matter. So I'm gonna segue again from last week. So Blue kind of fucked up.
Blue didn't fuck up.
Blue kind of fucked up because
I did not. I was not confirm or deny that I fucked up.
Blue kind of fucked up. So last week, Blue had information that he negated to add onto the fucking cast. Now, if you watch after the cast, you would see Old Ninja lose his shit when he
nuts.
finds out that Blue knew that
Young
season 2 of Young Justice was available
On
and
Netflix.
out. Yeah, and Blue had fucked up, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot to mention that." So if you watch last week's After the Cast, Old Ninja loses his shit live when he finds out that Blue had fucking withheld information. So I fucking powered through the second season of Young Justice.
Oh, yeah.
It was fucking great.
You've never seen it?
No.
Oh, shit.
I've been waiting nearly 2 years for season 2 to be released.
That shit was great, man.
And we had briefly talked about it, and then Blue's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot season 2." Like, no, fuck.
I don't think I was paying attention. I think I was talking in the
You
chat room.
fucked up, Blue.
But I did post on our Facebook and Twitter that the creator of the Young Justice had posted up that there might be a season 3 but season 2's got to sell really well.
Yeah.
Like, copies.
Well, it's
and stuff
already
like
been a
that.
few years since season 2 dropped.
Well,
Yeah,
they
it's
have
been a
they have
bunch of years.
they have Justice League versus the Teen Titans,
That's
which
true.
are the same, pretty much the same fucking characters. So you never know.
Yeah, so I mean, it was weird because when I actually watched it when it aired, it had jumped around, so I didn't know where the fuck the story was going. And then the only ones that were in a sequential order was the whole like undercover stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. I didn't even know Icon was there or any of that shit. So I finally got to see all of it in its entirety, and it was fucking
All
great.
right. All right.
So go on Netflix, look up Young Justice, and they're only 20-minute episodes. So there you go.
Let's fuck with questions from Twitter.
Oh, what you got?
Dirty still want to know which games that we're looking forward to in 2016. I will start this motherfucker off. I'm looking forward to No Man's Sky.
Nice.
That's probably the number one for right now. I can't remember. I didn't prepare for this one.
That's all right.
Yeah.
And you started it
I just
off.
started off.
Stitch, get in here. What for 2016?
I'm gonna have to go with Uncharted.
Oh, yeah,
That's right. God damn. Thunder Stealer.
Uncharted's always been like an event. Like, I mean, me and Lilo both love playing that game. It might have been like the first game where like, and I always hear a lot of people say they're like, is this a movie or is this an actual game and stuff? So I'm really excited for that. I've played all the other Uncharted's, and I'm just because I love them, but also with so much that was going into this game, I'm curious to see how it will turn out. Where they were having issues with, I guess, the writer or something that did the first 3.
It was a woman, right? It was a chick that wrote it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a chick. Yeah,
right.
I can't think of her name, but she like left or quit or something. So I'm interested to see if it's still the same quality that the other Uncharted's are at. So I'm really excited for that. And then, I mean, I've seen they had that little teaser trailer sort of thing, but I want to see some gameplay footage, and I'm sold. I'm gonna get it day one.
So here's a pro tip for all you gamers out there that if you're a guy, have a girlfriend, if you have a 360 or Xbox One, sell it. Get a PS4. Buy Uncharted, and because usually your significant other doesn't want to watch you play video games.
Yep.
But pro tip: buy that fucking game and play it with them watching, and then later on slide in them DMs. SuperLoads. But yeah. fucking. It's a great game to watch.
Yeah,
Like,
all three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't met one female so far that has said that she didn't like watching it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I would also say Tomb Raider has that same quality. I haven't played the new one, obviously, but
Yeah.
Tomb Raider had that same quality where it's like you're watching an action movie.
True. It's made by technically the same crew. They're
No, it's not Naughty Dog for
no,
Tomb
but I
Raider.
mean they all started at Crystal Dynamics. They
Oh,
all
okay,
have
I
the
get it.
same kind of build, the same kind of methodology to building the game. So that's why they actually look and play very similar.
Who the fuck is Spreckle Floss?
I don't know, but that's a
Floss.
fucking.
You're fucking funny, all right?
Yeah.
He said
What's he
I can't.
saying?
He said I can't wait for Pong Revenge of the Left Bar. It was funny. I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but the other thing that was funny is that he said that he or she is writing "Remove Tampon Before Toxic Shock" mobile game as we speak. Zango will buy it for $2 billion.
Damn.
That's fire.
That's pretty funny.
I'm looking at my coworker Dallas. 'Cause we were talking about tampons earlier at work.
Really? Well, maybe.
Yeah, we were talking about how nasty the bathrooms are.
We're talking about vodka and tampons. That's how chicks are getting fucking drunk now.
What the
Oh yeah, I heard about
Why
that.
you- I'm not. No, I'm, not today.
We've already been dank
They do it
already.
too. Show
They
your
were doing
ass.
something like that in college too. Like they would soak tampons in alcohol and like stick it in their ass.
Yeah.
They'll get drunk that way.
You have a mouth though. I don't,
But you get drunk not drunker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it bypasses your
Your stomach. Yeah.
Moving on. Blue, what you wait
Back on the video game.
Blue, what you waiting for in
So I
2016?
have two games. First one is Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's right.
'Cause that game was
Yeah.
shit at E3, man. That game was fucking badass, and the gameplay and like the graphics. Oh man, that game was awesome. But then also the other game is Final Fantasy VII remake.
Ooh.
That's supposed to come out this
I heard
year.
they're gonna break that up though.
What do you mean?
2 parts.
I heard 3 parts maybe.
Wow.
I'm like, that's really stretching it.
Man.
Well, I mean, because the original game had like it was 3 different discs, but like
Yeah, but that was back
there
when
was
like a
three-
disc was
three
like 5
different
worlds.
worlds. There was like 3 different worlds too that you can like you went to. So
I don't know about a trilogy, man. That's
in a world of Metal Gear Solid 5s and like other
Yeah.
and Fallout 4.
gigantic games, yeah, and fucking
like Arkham Knights too.
GTA,
Yeah,
you know,
GTA
GTA 5,
5.
gigantic game. So I hope they don't break it up.
Yeah.
Is there a date for Horizon?
No, not so far. It just says
2016 maybe.
2016.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm going to jump in. Far Cry Primal. I'm looking forward to, although I'm a little
co-op.
bit. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about the fact that there's no co-op and not having any guns. It makes me nervous, but I'll still play it because I've loved every Far Cry since Far Cry 3. So that's my one. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
So I'm looking forward to Mass Effect Andromeda.
All right.
That's what I'm looking for. That's definitely number one. No Man's Sky, obviously, because I really want to fucking play that game. I can't fucking wait. And it comes out in the fucking summer, so that ought to be cool. So those are definitely the top 2. But then Gears of War 4 is out this year too. So
All right, and we have another one from Gregory from at Brothers Comics.
Yeah, that guy's awesome on Twitter. I love him.
So he said, what are some of your favorite predominantly? Jesus Christ, I cannot talk today. What are some of your favorite predominantly black TV shows of all time, excluding the Cosby Show, the artist formerly known, comedian formerly known as Bill Cosby?
That shit was great.
That's from W. Kamau Bell's interview with us.
Yeah, check that shit out.
I think for me it was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Man,
shit was
that's
great.
a good one.
Dude, Hillary was bad as fuck. Like when you go back and look at it, you're just like, this chick was hot as fucking
Tatiana Ali.
She grew.
God.
she grew up.
She grew up.
But we were roughly the same age.
Yeah, that's true,
So
that's true,
I mean,
that's
come
true.
on, not like I was creeping. I wasn't pulling no R. Kelly, goddammit.
Oh, pissing on them.
But she's still fine too.
Nothing
still fine,
wrong with a
Man.
little puppy.
All right, what you got?
Gross.
Old ninja.
A different world.
Ooh, okay.
Even though it is Cosby related,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it showed because at the time it was bigging up like black students going to college
Yeah,
and
that's true.
furthering their career. So that and then that got me into looking into HBCUs.
A lot of people.
Yeah, so I mean, at the time, that's when I started knowing about them. I didn't know any of their history, so I started researching in them, and started getting interested in it. And it was.
Hold
and
on,
it-
can you break down HSBCU again? I'm trying to do that in my mind. Historically black-
HBCU, historically black college or university.
Okay, that's why it messed me up. I was like, why is it going to say college university?
Yeah,
You know what,
yeah, they use out the O.
The Swedish
Okay,
had asked
okay.
me that. She said, "What is this HSBCU of like?" Oh shit, let me see. historically black college boards you from?
Yeah, that's what's fucking me up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like like the programming language ALGOL. That's like 4 different words and they skip out one.
Motherfucker, you
Yeah,
just
I did. But yeah, A Different World definitely were for me because it showed life outside of like that whole Cosby family. What
Yeah.
you do after? So.
And Cree Summers was in that, wasn't she?
Yes, she
Yeah,
was.
she was. It was great because when she was on that show, she was also on Tiny Toons as
Yeah.
Elmira.
Yeah, she's a very good voice actress.
Yeah,
amazing.
she still does
Amazing.
a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, she does.
Stitch, get in here. What you got?
Well, definitely he took Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, so I had to think on the spot. I might get clowned for this one, but I enjoyed watching Sister Sister because those twins was I was crushing on both of them, and there was 2 of them. So it was like,
You're like Roger.
yeah, Roger. I could relate with Roger. Climbing in the fucking
Yeah,
the window
Batman.
and shit like that.
No good times, no 227.
Nah, I mean I do remember 227. I was thinking about some other ones and
Remember Rock?
and like
that was a good
was
fucking
another
show.
one that
Yeah.
was on my list that I used to watch, but
Did you say The Rock?
Yeah, Rock. Remember
yeah,
Rock?
Rock was
Yeah.
he was the trash dude from like Baltimore.
Yeah, what was cool about that show that no other show was doing and no show has done really since is that they had a live version.
Yeah.
Or like literally they would fuck up on the show and it was like a real live sitcom.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a sitcom. It was like
Yeah,
it was a sitcom.
at first it started and then it got extra dramatic. Like,
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
more fucking dark shit started happening.
Yeah.
Like Rock, this trash is giving you cancer and AIDS. It's like, God damn it.
All right, Blue, what you got?
Fuck, there's not that many left.
There's a lot.
They really are.
Well,
pretty good ones.
I wanted to say Webster, but he had a white dad.
So-
but then I also wanted to say the one with the little, what you talking about, Willis?
Different strokes.
Different
Yeah.
strokes. But I'm gonna say George and Wheezy.
Wow, you're going all retro.
Yeah, retro. Actually, I was gonna say Family Matters, but okay.
That was a good one. Yeah.
That's a good one.
All right, I'm gonna steer away from the situational comedies like all of you guys, and I'm gonna say In Living Color.
True.
But they had white
Yeah.
folks in there.
So
Yeah, that's predominantly.
It was predominantly black, though. It was
yeah,
the
they had
Wayans.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
I can say the
still.
word now. I mean, shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is predominantly black.
All right, so thank you both, Dirty Stu and Gregory, for those awesome questions. Keep them coming.
I have a confession. I literally thought Prodigy was going to say That's So Raven.
There's one thing I
now.
wanted to talk about before we end the cast. I don't know how close we are to ending it. Probably pretty soon, though. We do a lot of reaction videos.
Yeah.
And I kind of gave some second thought to it. So I don't mind us doing it, but it was just recently brought to my attention that if you do a reaction video, the reason why there's copyright claims against it, obviously we don't have the numbers for it right now, but what happens is, say somebody makes a real video, and we do a reaction video to it, okay? And we have like their actual video in it. They can basically just watch that video from our video as we react to it. Obviously we're entertaining when we do it, but it's taking away revenue stream from them, right? And so if we actually made money off that video, unless they claimed a copyright claim, then they won't get paid that money. And even if they do, they only get paid money on the video after that point. We would still get paid the money before that point.
I'm too high for this conversation.
That's kind of fucked up.
No, I'm done.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so it's kind of like for trailers and shit, I really don't give a fuck about. But if they're like actual people that are like YouTube stars and shit like that,
Like Petey Powell.
yeah, I think going forward we should first ask for their permission and then make sure we don't monetize it, because I think I had no idea that it's basically stealing out of somebody else's pocket.
Okay.
That's pretty fucked up.
Let's huddle about that and make sure that we're not doing anything that's nefarious.
Yeah, but we'll still do the ones. We'll just make sure we don't monetize the ones for like music videos and shit like that, because especially because we did a few of them, and actually we lost a bunch last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost
problems.
Yeah,
That
we gotta
was
redo them.
Technical issues.
technical difficulties.
All right.
What are we fucking with?
Horses and bikes. Are we going to mess with that at all?
There's not enough time.
All
man.
right, we're gonna save that.
Gonna round table it?
Yeah.
All right,
we
let's
should
round table it up then. Stitch, start us off. Recommendations and bullshit from this week.
Let me see. We just finished up Mardi Gras down here, so recovering from that craziness. I've been watching.
Wait, hold on. How many gross titties you see?
I mainly worked for it, so I only went out actually Mardi Gras day for a little bit, and just hung out at a friend's house. I don't really do the parades and stuff because it's so fucking annoying, and I just don't feel like dealing with like just annoyingly drunk people. I'm too old to deal with that. I'm gonna keep watching Assassination Classroom. It's my anime that I've been fucking enjoying. It's so fucking good. It's hilarious. And next week I'll have to give my Stitches amateur review segment on that because I got some funny names for these fucking people. This show, it's so good. Besides that, just chilling, working. They got I think 7 more work shifts left down here. I think I'm 19 more days, and then I'm out west. I'm leaving the south like fucking Harriet Tubman and shit.
Oh my god!
That's pretty much what's going on over here.
Oh my god!
All right, Kronos, what you got?
Recommendation will be Gargoyles, the old school show.
Ooh,
that was a great fucking show. I think a lot of people kind of slept on it.
Mm-hmm.
If you can find it. It's really cool because they mix in a lot of mythology in with a cartoon for kids. So I learned a lot about like specifically Shakespeare. Like there's a lot of Shakespeare shit in there that most people didn't realize. At least I didn't realize when I was a kid until I started like reading more. So yeah, check that out. It was kind of like the last I think season or 2 was kind of weird because it wasn't like the story arc was kind of messed up because it was like going somewhere new every time.
Yeah, they were like traveling.
Yeah, but it was still entertaining for me. It's a great fucking show, so check it out. I showed it to my daughter and she liked it too. So
nice.
Other than that, I'm recovering my liver from that's every week, and I cleaned up my diet for a week. So then I'll be back to boozing soon, probably Saturday.
All right.
Yeah, this was a dry cast because I wasn't drinking either.
Yeah,
Nope,
I haven't drank for the whole week. So
Got a Bloody Mary. That's about it.
All right, old ninja, what you got?
So I'll be playing a little bit of Destiny because they released a limited edition event for Valentine's Day. You get a lot of cool gear and shit, and it's actually pretty fun. They have what I'm trying to get in it is the Hotline Bling dance for free. It's pretty fucking funny, so I'm trying to earn that, and then maybe a little bit of Battlefront because I haven't really been fucking with it. I may try to read another trade before I really get back to my studies.
which trade?
I don't know yet. I just finished Civil War today, so I'll probably find something else to read real quick.
Who the fuck has my East to West Volume 1?
Not I.
What the fuck? I still got that.
I'm sorry.
I still got your what's the name? The
Luther Strode?
Not Luther Strode. I read those, but the not Secret Wars. It's the other one.
New
With
Avengers?
the worlds, yeah, where the worlds are colliding.
Yeah, New Avengers.
Yeah, I still have that. I gotta finish. I'll finish it this weekend.
And then I have 2 recommendations. One is Agent Carter. Cronus and I are always complaining about Supergirl and that rah-rah bullshit. Agent Carter is a strong female character. She carries the show. They don't do that whole bullshit where they're trying to cheerlead her. No, she does her spy shit and gets the job done. It's a great fucking show.
Better than Agents?
Yes, it is. It's consistently better. I don't understand what the fuck is going on with Agents, but Agent Carter is so much better. It's got the humor, it's got the action, and they tackle issues in a not overbearing way, but enough to where they hit it and keep going.
Is it an hour-long show every episode?
Yeah, it is an hour-long show. And then my other recommendation is hysterical literature.
What?
You can watch this on YouTube. So what it is there's women who are, most of them are porn stars, some of them are actresses. They read either literature of their choice, and as they're reading, they're being stimulated underneath the table, and they have to read.
Whoa. So is someone actually doing the stimulating, or they're doing the stimulating?
Someone is doing the stimulating because their hands are on the table, and they have to read. It's like kind of like a game. They have to read until they bust.
This sounds like something from like the Japanese channel.
I was gonna say there's a Japanese TV show.
Yeah,
where they somebody's got to sing. No, they have to do karaoke while these women are jacking them off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see that one.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. So you can hear the vibrate, like as they're reading, the vibrator goes up and up and up, and so they have to read until they bust, and then they bust, they have to stop reading. And there's one where this girl totally fights it, and then she he just explodes everywhere, and it's awesome.
But there's no nudity.
No, there's no nudity.
Okay.
But they're reading like a lot, like popular literature. Like one of them reads like Romeo and Juliet. One of them reads American Psycho. A couple other like popular novels. It's like a little interesting experiment. There's it's on YouTube, and I think there's like 8 to 10 episodes. I think the longest episode's like 10 minutes.
All right.
Well, real quick, I had read something today and I just looked it up, but they were saying Agent Carter is about to be canceled. Because the head actress Haley Atwell, she's set to star in another ABC series, so they're saying like Agent Carter's going to be pretty much done for.
That sucks.
Oh, she done with spa shit.
It's a good show.
All right. Blue, what you got?
So my recommendation is a new anime that started this year called The Race, and the premise of the show is there's a guy. It's not like your normal anime that we usually talk about. Like there's no fightings, there's no people with superpowers, nobody punching each other in the face. This one's kind of a thriller drama type anime, and basically what it is, it's this guy who's 29 and he has the ability to, whenever he's around a tragic event, he can rewind time by like a minute or up to 5 minutes, but he have no control over it. But at that time when he rewinds time, he has the feeling of deja vu, and he realized like, oh shit, something bad's happened, and he's got to
I do watch part of that.
try to save. Yeah.
In the beginning, it was a bus, right?
Yeah, it was a truck.
A truck, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And so like when he relives that moment, he's like looking around to get clues of like what's about to happen, like because usually somebody dies and he has the opportunity to save them, but there's also kind of a bit of a consequence when he does it. Like instead of like that person dying, like maybe more people get hurt or maybe he gets hurt himself. But what's crazy about it is that when he was young, he was the last one to see this little girl alive, and then like later on in the summertime, because this happened in the wintertime, later on in the summertime they find the girl's body after the snow melt, like nobody could find her whatsoever. So he felt bad because he could have saved her, because this girl was like a loner and she was always by herself. But when he's 29, like his mom comes to visit him after he gets into an accident, and this isn't spoiler, this is like the first episode, but his mom is murdered, like some guy fucking kills her, and then when he gets home he finds her body there, and like he like grabs like the knife, and right when he did that, a neighbor sees him.
Okay.
And so she thinks that he murdered his mom, and then the police come, and like he's trying to run away, but right when he's starting to run away, he flashed back 18 years. So he's a 29-year-old in a 10-year-old's body. Like he still have his mind of the 29-year-old, but he's in a 10-year-old's body. But once you realize what's going on, like his goal is to save this little girl's life, because she dies when she's 10, so it happens around the time he flashes back. But it's just crazy him trying to like save this little girl, and all this shit that happens to this little girl is fucking like really depressing, because she's like the poor kid in the classroom, and like she's looked down upon, and just, oh man, it's a great anime to watch.
Crunchyroll?
Yes, it's on Crunchyroll. It's only up to episode 5, and episode 6 come out tomorrow.
All right, good shit. I am playing a whole lot of motherfucking Fallout 4 still loving that game quite a bit, and because we didn't mention it all that much, I want to give a big time recommendation and shout out. Please watch The Expanse on Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah.
They ended season 1 with 10 episodes, and it's one of the best sci-fi series I've seen maybe since BSG, so which is a big statement, and I didn't stutter.
No, because BSG is getting rebooted.
Yeah, a movie.
Yeah,
A movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right.
So one real quick one. Prereq Live had a really funny episode last episode. They were talking about, it was like a MacGyver type deal.
Ooh.
And basically they were giving scenarios, and one of them was pretty funny because I was listening to it. And it's basically, if you were in prison, you had like X amount of items, and then child soldiers were like watching the prison.
Yeah.
And so the first person who went, I can't remember which one of them it was, but they took like basically got out, and then they just kind of got away, right? But they were child soldiers. So I was just thinking, why isn't anybody just gonna fuck up these I would go full fucking Solid Snake on these bitches.
Yeah.
Just fucking up kids.
No ocelot to prevent it.
Yeah, and then finally, like, somebody, like, breaks down, like, how to fuck up the kids, and I was just like, and then they kind of, like snowballed on it. So check it out. I forget, it's like their very last episode. I think it's like 16 maybe. But it's super funny. So check it out. Prereq Live, latest episode. It's great.
Dude, we have a fucking network of casts. I love that. You know what I mean? Like, we're like, hey, watch this other one.
All the episodes are great, by the way. So listen to all of them.
Do you want to announce, I guess, the news of, I guess, the sister cast that's about to hit the airs?
Yes.
Good
K-Mac and Mishka will be using the Infinity Base to make their own podcast starting on Saturday. I don't know. They're going to record on Saturday. I don't know when they're going to release the podcast, but they're going to record this Saturday. It's going to be called Earth Girls Are Easy.
Is it a lot? We don't know a lot
It's
about
not live yet.
Okay. Do we know their frequency, or are they weekly? We're both looking at each other like.
I talked to them a little bit. It should be weekly. It should be every Saturday because every Saturday morning I'm doing jiu-jitsu, so it'll be easier for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck to them, and that's part of our Benhead Productions.
Yeah.
You know.
And then, wait, are we squalling up this weekend to watch Deadpool?
Oh, good question.
I'm gonna watch it with K-Mac.
Seems like we're a little fragmented on that one.
Yeah.
But we probably all will see it this weekend.
Yeah, we're all going to
Yeah.
see it. But
Well, you're going tomorrow on Saturday, right? You have like plans with Mishka?
Yeah, we actually might see it then. You know.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna. Well,
Yeah. We'll.
gotta watch your kids, goddammit.
Yeah. Watch your kids.
just leave them in the car. They'll be fine.
Can we play Throw That Ass in a Circle as we go out?
They got us for it now. I gotta fucking
fuck.
find it.
He's already got it.
All right, what we got?
We got something.
It's something for you because it's you know.
Oh yeah!
No, oh shit, that's not it. Hold on.
God damn.
Damn, I fucked that all up. This is better for
Prodigy.
Mad Max. War Pigs, man. Great song. All right, y'all. Rockin' the Back Times Infinity.
Please go on iTunes, rate us.
You can see us. You can follow us on Twitter at BThenBTI.
And eggplants are her future.
Check us out on YouTube.
Send those
That
questions in.
subscribe button.
Yeah. Deuces.
What did Matt say on the last one? He's like, "Bye, motherfuckers!"
We are still recording, goddammit.
God damn. Unprofessional ass motherfucker.
I did it on purpose.
Man, we